Okay, so according to our really sad elf friend, who I think I have the name in here, her name started with a Q,
I don't think I'm supposed to be
Kalindra.
able to do that. I don't know why it's letting me.
Select it? Oh.
Yeah,
Because he
it
was
lets me
showing
chat
us,
as
maybe.
fiendish set.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's really weird that it's letting me do that. I think that's I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's probably something that Matt accidentally gave you permission to like do that. But I don't see like a character sheet or anything like that. I just see like there's like a chat selection option.
Oh.
Weird.
Anyway, so Kalindra thinks it's a banshee. Uh, we teleported back to the inn. Pluto's character was doing some crafting. My character was going and researching the banshee. And I I think the terrible, not so terrible plan is to go there at night and to kill it.
Right. I mean that's we don't have to strictly speaking because here's another
By
option.
night?
Uh, no, the other option is say screw your stupid elf gate. We're just gonna cast like flying spells and shit, and we're just gonna like fly there instead of taking an elf gate. That's probably possibly
I
even more
Uh,
suppose that's
dangerous
true.
is it close
because we'd be
enough?
flying not from where we're at right the moment, but if we teleport to Iodara, it's
Oh, okay.
like not that far away. It might take a little while, but the problem is with that is that you have to fly into like Tree Razor Swamp or whatever, and like I don't know if what's her name can get us to her resistance or where the hell she's trying to bring us to,
No, she's not
just
trying to
easily.
get us to the resistance, I think. Maybe Matt can clarify this. I think she's trying to get us to, like, the heart of the Winter Council, so you guys can all kill them and Valyria can try to talk to them.
In any case, I don't know if she knows like where to go without going through the elf gates, so that would definitely make it harder. Plus, like we might have to spend a lot. Like I'm guessing the elf gates probably get us a lot closer, and we won't have to go through as much like of Tree Razor's like swamp there, basically, which is obviously really dangerous, like a dangerous area in its own right. So you know, it might actually be more dangerous to do that, I guess, than it is just to fight a banshee.
Who knows? Banshee's pretty
Plus,
scurry.
Plus, it would probably take longer because even if we're in Iodara and going there, I think it still would take quite a while. Like, and then I'm not exactly sure how all of our logistics work because I know I could do overland flight, and, like you have wings, but I don't know how we get like Nataka and Safa down there.
I have wings and flight.
Yeah, but you wouldn't
Well,
be able to do
sort
it for
of.
hours at a time. Whereas Valyria and Araxi could fly all day if they needed to, like basically.
Yeah.
I can't fly at all unless you give it to me.
Right, and I
Uh,
can't unless you took bonded mind. I can't. The thing that lets you basically pretend like you're my animal companion, and then I can cast stuff that normally only targets myself on you. That's the only way I'd be able to give you overland flight.
does Araxi have anything that helps against banshees?
Um, not really. I can cast the thing to myself. Assuming it has abilities that work off will saves, I can give myself the thing that lets me reroll my will saves. Apart from that, like I mean,
I guess
I got my normal
heroism?
protection from evil, heroism. Yeah. I can I can bring dispel magic and dispel some of the effects. Maybe if it has like a spell casting effect. I may be able to
Okay.
summon something. Like something with like smite evil or something like I don't know.
Uh, So we heard something. I haven't heard Matt talk at all.
Oh. We're all playing the game without him?
Yeah,
Guess so.
Well, at least we're getting shit.
because I was about to ask him a question, and then I was like, I haven't heard him say anything. I want to ask you a question.
Axe.
Ask. Ask.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of
Axe.
things that work very well against things like banshees, really.
Shoot.
I mean, I could still do some silly shit like blind them with glitter dust, I think, technically. But
Well, oh yeah. Did we ever like get a way to give me ghost touch or some way to deal with incorporeal?
I don't know. Is
Run
there a
away.
spell that can give ghost touch?
I think so.
I'm
but...
tired as hell.
Aw, coffee?
Can't drink it.
Oh.
I'm at 24.5 hours awake now.
nice.
Well, I was gonna sleep while Ruth was at work, but I forgot that Audrey had a thing going on that I needed to go to.
Oh,
So went down and did that and got back about
There's like
in time to go pick up Ruth.
what's it called? There's like the summoning weapon spell that clerics have, but I think that's only for the clerics themselves.
I think there is one that you might be able to hand it off, but it's like it's not as good. Like it's weaker. But there's like one that I think there is one that like, creates a force weapon that you can give to someone else.
I guess the only other thing is that if we can drive it towards me, obviously my touch AC isn't amazing, but it is 20. But wait, is
No,
that
there's a
with
wizard
everything?
spell actually here I could get. If I got the spell Force Sword, I could create a, let's see, it'd be a plus. I guess actually if I boosted it with my Arcane Reservoir when I cast it, I could boost it up to 13th level and create a +3 longsword made out of force.
Yeah. I should get UMD and learn
I
how to
could
use this
try to prepare and cast Ghostbane Dirge on it.
yeah.
Where it takes full damage from magic weapons, spell-like abilities, and supernatural effects. Bottom side of Ghostbane Dirge is that it's save negates, and it's 1 round per level.
Yeah. Isn't there a feat that lets you do as well that lets you like, or maybe that was a rogue talent.
Wait, what is this? It's just piercing damage. Is there a certain type that we know this creature weapon type, or is it just gonna be magic?
It's probably just like, yeah, it's got incorporeal traits. I don't think it has anything else though that it like.
So I don't
Yeah.
need slashing or piercing or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I don't actually know. I haven't looked at the stat block or anything, so we haven't actually seen it yet. so I haven't been able to like
Alright,
roll a
I'm here,
knowledge
by the
check or
way.
anything. Oh,
Oh, he's here now.
Have you guys figured out what you're gonna do?
We're
still talking about that a little bit.
figuring it out. Well, this might be useful, but I think Banshees have more hit dice than my caster level. The disrupting weapon.
Oh,
Where-
this is the wrong character.
Hey, he
Kills
does exist.
Undead with caster level less if they fail their will save. Boom, dead. But yeah, I think Banshees are probably yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't get. Well, I would have had one day where I got because I was preparing I was like working on your headband for one of those days, but then I stopped so you could get it for the full 24 hours and get the enhancement bonus made effectively permanent.
No, we're going in the night, remember?
Right, I know, but I mean that's what I'm saying. We had that.
So you've worked on it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I could get that force sword spell though. I probably can get. It's a level 2 spell, so I mean, if I wanted to get that, I probably can. Like,
That might be useful.
would Safa want me to get that for her? Like, so I can just create her a force sword? I guess it's like not your normal type of weapon, but
what is it, like a short sword?
it'd be a +3 long sword.
Whoa.
Like, so that's like the thing.
Is that like it's a one-handed weapon, right? Yeah.
It is a one-handed weapon, yeah.
So effectively, it would act like a +3 longsword.
It'd be a +3 longsword, yeah, but it does force damage, so it would work against incorporeal. The other downside
I'm
too
not
is it also
proficient.
it also doesn't and it also doesn't hit things that have like if they have spell resistance, it could potentially like fail and then it dispels the sword basically. If they have so it could potentially just break on something that has spell resistance. And I don't know if banshees have spell resistance or not, but there's a decent chance that they do.
If you're not proficient, you take penalties, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you weapon
could marshal
proficiency is a
flexibility,
combat feat,
Right.
so
I just,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes I want those for other things, alright?
Mm-hmm.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you. I guess it's kind of better safe than sorry, because we all know that, like, I'm gonna take a beating if this is what it is, and even if it isn't what it is and it turns out to be, like, something else, it's probably gonna be somewhat similar. So no matter what, I'm gonna probably take a beating, and I'm not gonna output a whole lot of damage. So I really need you guys to make sure that this thing gets shut down. And I'm fine with not doing a lot of damage, but if we don't have a way to deal with it and shut it down, I'm dead in every combat, really. Anyway.
The other thing that we could do is we could spend like a week so I can train up what's that spell called or that feat called that Pluto
jeez.
has.
Heighten spell?
Heightened spell, and we walk in there with heightened silence, and we just let Safa beat it to death.
Well, we wouldn't even need to wait for a week. Why don't we just... Oh, well, we probably don't have money either to get a rod. A heightened rod, or... Those are kind of spendy.
Are heighten rods
Yeah.
even a thing?
Probably
Metamagic
not.
rods? Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah, I don't know if they have metamagic rods for heighten spell. They
Oh,
might.
maybe.
I don't see one here though. The thing with heightened spell is it like has to use a higher level slot because it uses like the cast. Like it'd be I don't know. I don't know how you would have it. What like the mechanical benefit would be is basically what I'm saying because for the other ones, so you get to cast the spell with the Mad Magic feat without using a higher level slot. But
Right.
like, yeah, you can't really do a heightened spell.
I mean, if we're gonna wait a week, we might as well just do the other option of flying to wherever we're going.
No, I actually think it would be better if we. Well, that only gets around its scream. I think the Death Ward plan was good. Just we need to go kill it in the duration of Death Ward. So we need to like cast Death Ward, teleport there, and kill it like then.
How long does Death Ward last? Because it's provided that we
Minutes.
find it. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to find
We don't
it.
even know where
and-
there is, honestly. I've never been there. Do you know what this place
Yeah.
looks like? It could be huge. Maybe you don't find it.
We
it
didn't.
finds you.
Yeah, we didn't explore it really. We kind of went there and then left right away. Didn't we hear like a spooky noise before we left too?
Yeah, we heard a
Mhm.
spooky noise before we left.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
I can still prepare the Death Wards,
Yeah. Wait, how long do they cast?
even if we don't cast them immediately.
Just a standard?
Yeah, it's a standard.
Well, I mean, if you got two and shit really
It's a fourth
gets
level
long,
spell.
I guess. How long does that sword last?
Minutes as well, but it's yeah.
Do you summon it in my hands, or how does that work?
Nope. I summon it in my own hands and then I
Yes,
hand it to you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not that big a deal. Like, should be able to just hand it to you, not too hard. Even if I'm like not near you, I can just be like, I teleport over to you and hand you the sword. like that's I'm not as worried about that. I'm worried about the Death Ward because like if we get jumped with it, if we decide to not cast it until like we need it, like we get jumped and then we're scrambling to run around and try to cast it before somebody just insta dies to, Wail the Banshee.
Or we all insta-die to Wail of the Banshee.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll happen.
No,
It might.
I think.
I don't know.
I don't.
I've seen
like,
us roll saves. I've seen Derek roll saves.
Okay, you have a point, but I think we'll be fine. But we tend to we give monsters a lot of credit. Honestly, we should give ourselves a little more credit, being the victorious ones here.
I'm looking
We're
at
gonna
here.
win.
Oh.
I think we're fine. I got a couple of feat ideas to at least not die.
So heroism lasts 10 minutes per level?
How does this work?
Yeah. Yeah, heroism.
Let's at least cast heroism on before we go in there.
Let's focus.
If I hit the Knight's Rasputin before I do anything else here, it doesn't look like
Oh,
I
it
have.
doesn't consider my turtle shell a shield, so shield focus apparently doesn't stack it. Dang it. Why, Hero Lab, why?
Oh yeah, I also have a Rod of Extend spell as well, so we could potentially use that. The problem is with that is it only works for 3 spells, so that's not enough to give everybody Death Ward.
Right.
But yeah, that's also an option.
What level rod is it?
Oh, it's only level 1 through 3, so yeah, we couldn't use it on Death Ward.
Yeah. You can use it on heroism for more people. Or I can use it again for...
Do you guys know if elemental damage will...
Unless it's something it's resistant to, which I don't know what its elemental resistances are, but yeah, elemental damage, in theory at least, should work fine.
What, on
I
an
can do
incorporeal creature?
elemental fist, perhaps.
Or no, is it... They take like half damage versus elemental, don't they?
Versus magic.
Versus
Well, here's the
magic,
thing, is that if you're doing energy damage to him, like, if you're waving a torch at a ghost, it does nothing, because it's
Well,
not
right.
magical.
Right.
It's completely mundane.
But if it's
Even
a magical
though the
elemental,
torch
it
would
does take
technically do
half
fire
still.
damage, yeah, like, the energy damage has to be magic-based.
Right.
Yep. But and it's also only half, now that I think about it.
Yeah, but it does half damage.
I was remembering, like, normally elemental damage, it doesn't care about what your DR is, but I'm like, well, incorporeal's a little different, though.
The only exception is force damage.
Yep. So yeah, I am gonna, let's see here, I need to sell something in order to, like, get that. I have, like, multiple magic missile wands that I don't need. I got too many of them. So, I probably could just sell one of the ones I'm never gonna... Like, I have 3 magic missile wands right now. I don't need that many magic missile wands, so I'll probably just sell one here. And then split that up, and then that'll give me enough to... So let's see, sell for half. Would be maybe 380, so divide 382 actually. Divide that by 4.
I'm just gonna put that sword in my thing just for now.
So yeah, I'm gonna sell one of the magic missile wands just to get enough money to like buy that scroll. Cause I'm like, I only need like freaking. I'm gonna get the scroll for to make the force weapons. I'm selling this caster level 3 magic missile wand that I got from somewhere. I have a couple of them. I think we got them off the Drow wizards or something like that. That we fought at the end of book 4, I believe. Anyway, I'm selling that though. I'm dividing that money up, so it's 95. 95 gold to everybody. And then I'm going to use that money to buy the scroll I need. Because I only need
Which scroll?
It's a level 2 spell, Force Sword.
They don't have it in Riddleport.
They don't have Force Sword in Riddleport? It's a level 2 spell,
Hell
though.
no, it's a second level spell.
Yeah, Riddleport is kind of scummy.
The magic ceiling in Riddleport isn't very high.
Okay, can I teleport back to, like, somewhere else if they do have it?
Where?
Like, back home? Just go underwater and get it. Buy it from Merfolk City? Could I go to... I mean, I could also go theoretically to Keonan, but that's probably dangerous at this point because it's probably word out like, these are fugitives. Yeah.
Alright, well, I'll make an attack for it, so if it does get used, I'll at least have it ready.
Right. Because, I mean, that's one of the only ways that I can think of, really, to get it to, like, allow us to do, like...
I have Ghostbane Dirge prepared. I'm not sure it'll work, but it's maybe worth a chance.
Yeah, if that works, that'd be better, because then Safa could just use, like, her own magic weapon already that she's actually, like, proficient with.
Yeah.
Not sure it'll work, but it's worth a try.
I'm trying to figure it out, and I don't think I really have anything I can do.
Right, because your bombs aren't even going to affect it. Maybe I give you the sword. I mean, you do have medium attack progression, don't you? Or do you have, or is it slow progression? I don't remember. I think it's medium for alchemist.
It should be medium.
Well, at level 11, I have 8 BAB, so.
Yeah, they don't have. They have medium.
Yeah.
Progression.
I would know that the spell daylight doesn't actually count as daylight. It just is bright light equivalent.
It's not.
To...
It's not sunlight, so
Right.
not powerful enough to make it powerless.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
right. This
what
is
I
evocation
thought.
spell, so I have to use 2 slots to prepare it as well. Gross.
What, daylight?
No, well, daylight is also evocation, but the create force sword is also an evocation, so it's gonna take me 2
Oh.
slots,
Also,
which is
I'm giving you
fine.
guys 5 minutes to finish making preparations before we move on.
Ah!
Yeah, no,
I think I'm done.
Nah,
I think I'm done as well.
Yeah, I got nothing. I can just make myself really hard to hit.
I'm pretty sure I auto succeed the check to add force sword into my spellbook.
Is longsword multiplier 1.5 or just 1? It's just 1, right?
It depends on if you're wielding it with 2 hands or not.
Yeah, I don't think I will be. Okay, so then this is where that number's gonna go.
Where the hell's my spellbook? There it is.
Okay. I can't flurry with it, but that's fine.
So, are you guys good then?
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast heroism on everybody before we go.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Well, I'm not gonna cast an Nataka because Nataka can cast heroism as well. So I'm gonna get it on everybody else though. Do I want to get it on? I think I'll get it on our NPC friend as well.
Okay.
For what was her name? Did I write that down? Quilindra. Yeah, I give it to Quilindra as well. Just in
I'll
case.
cast Magic Circle against Evil before we go, because that's also 10 minutes per level.
Okay. Then let me know where you're teleporting.
Yeah, that's a good point. Do I want to just teleport directly to, like back to Ustalov? Or do I want to teleport to Irison and then go to Ustalov?
Oh. Ugh. I hate Roll20's buffs and condition shit. It's so...
How long did it normally take again for her to activate? If we went to Irison, how long would it take us to go through that gate again?
Couple of minutes.
Just a couple of minutes.
And we don't have Death Ward or anything up yet, or are we
She
going to do
says
that
that
right
she'd
before we
prefer not to go
teleport?
back to Ice Gate.
Okay, well then I'll probably just teleport us like directly into Ustalov, I guess.
Alright.
The thing is, I feel like there's slightly less chance of a mishap going to Ice Place because I'm a little bit more familiar with that area, but oh well. Because let's see here, if I'm going to Ustalov, it's probably I could probably make a case for studied carefully when we were there for like several minutes, as long as I'm teleporting to that same spot, the same little room we were in. But I don't think I could make a case for very familiar. So anyway, I'll try teleporting us there. I think I have to boost the spell level with it with my arcane reservoir points in order to do that. So I'll do that and roll that D100 to see if it gets botched.
I think it's more like viewed one.
Maybe. That's a pretty high roll. How did this work? Is high rolls the mishap or is low rolls the
Higher the
mishap?
higher the worth.
Yeah, so 98's a pretty bad roll.
Oh,
Yep, it's a mishap.
where
If
are
it's
we?
seen casually, then it's a mishap. If it's a
So
studied.
reroll on the chart.
Araxi, did you put us in the ocean?
Nah,
hope
probably
not.
somewhere similar. I should have known that I'd roll like the 100 on the mishap or whatever there.
Yeah, I should have just went back through the gate to the winter place. Blah blah blah.
Well, I guess we're trying this the next day because this is gonna probably waste a ton of time. We're gonna like use our entire duration of what's it called again?
So for the mishap, I have
Terrorism?
to add 80 to it and see where that falls on the chart.
Something like that.
So that would be 96.
Hooky dooky.
So everybody takes 10 points of damage.
Oh.
Fun. I'm not.
As a Araxi's spell kind of gets you guys scrambled a bit.
Yeah. Let's see. Can I track this on my character sheet?
And
I guess?
you end up in a place
Yeah, it's the
similar
heart on the
to
main
that
page.
place. It's just another abandoned fortress.
But it don't look like the one we were in with the gate and whatever.
It looks similar to it, but not quite.
And we didn't get split up or anything, at least. Are we actually
It's a
all
noticeably different place. Yeah, you guys are still together, but
Okay.
you'll need to cast that spell, teleport again, to get to where you want to be.
Right. Yeah, I'll just kind of brush off like these things happen. If we'd gone to Irison, it probably would have been a little bit safer, but yep.
Don't ask me.
All right,
I don't
everybody,
know.
gather up again. We'll try this again.
Ow. That did hurt though. It's weird.
As she's casting teleport, I'll channel energy on everybody but Safa.
The viewers probably think you're just a dick to me.
Yeah, well, I'm trying
Oh,
not
there
to
we go.
kill her.
That would get us there.
Oh, we're back to full health.
Nope. I guess I don't need to go find my health on my character sheet to edit it.
Except for Safa. Sorry, Safa.
Okay,
Meh.
a 46 will get you guys there this time.
Yeah. Just had to use 2 level 4 or 5 slots or whatever instead of 1.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't need that slot anyway.
And you guys are showing up here at night, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're here in the ruined abandoned fortress, and there's a ray of moonlight coming in through this central area that's giving you just a little bit of illumination.
Hmm.
And it is very quiet.
Do you want me to
Okay.
go ahead?
I should have cast Dark Vision beforehand as well. Oh well. I don't need Dark Vision quite yet, so won't do it. I'll try to be, yeah.
All right, what do you guys?
I guess we go try to find this banshee. I'm gonna try to like
Try to find the
see.
band.
Yeah, I want to look around and listen because hearing a banshee is exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
And like I said, everybody should have heroism right now.
Oh, well, add a +2 to that roll.
I think this buff is. Oops, that's the wrong thing. This
Wrong
buff should be
bouton.
set up correctly. Or not. I don't have it clicked. I'll. Nope. No, I thought I had it enabled. What the hell?
Wait, what was I doing? Oh yeah.
What do you guys do?
He's trying to get his
Wrong
button to work.
perception?
Yeah. I'm also gonna cast. I'm actually gonna go ahead and cast Dark Vision as well on myself, so I can see a little bit better. That lasts for like 22 hours, I think. No, it's actually more like 11 hours, but long enough. Um,
Okay. Well, as you walk around, you see that within many of these rooms, there are like scattered bones and old, either rusting or just broken and decayed, like armaments and furnishing.
hmm.
The perceptive few of you see that like the way that there are kind of just weapons strewn about would make you think that some kind of battle happened here a long time ago.
Do any of these weapons still look like in like a pristine magical condition, or just all?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I used Detect Magic earlier, didn't I? Like
Oh.
last time we were here and didn't detect like any magic.
Sorry, I was on the phone.
The gate detects his magic is just not functioning though, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll
And I mean, I could spend a bunch of
move
time
past
trying to
her
like
next.
force open the gate. Yeah.
This is serious. It all seems the same thing. What are
For the
these,
most
like
part.
steps down, or what are these ledges?
Yeah, I feel like it'd be like a step maybe.
I think
That's what it
they're
looks
like
like. It looks like it's going
they're
down
kind of
this
like
way.
steps or something. But yeah, you can walk down.
Should I say here, ghosty ghosty or axie? Or do you think that works?
I have no idea.
I
I've
wonder if
never
you
fought
say
one
it
of
in
these
Elven.
before. Huh.
Let's wait for Nataka.
Sorry.
What's in this room over here?
Glad you asked because with your perceptions, the 29 and 31, you do notice something a little bit different about this room. This southern guard tower here does have something that the other rooms kind of don't.
All
There
right.
is a skeleton here, which although withered is still somewhat there. Like it's still like an identifiable skeleton.
Wish I'd speak with Dead right
And
now.
it appears to be wearing stuff.
Detect magic.
You detect magic.
All right, I'll try to concentrate for a couple rounds and see if I can figure out what's magical in there.
Well, you're detecting magic from 4 different things that are on
That's
this
wearing.
skeleton.
Okay, I'll say that there's
And
like
the skeleton is like slumped against a wall. And like although it's wearing this like chainmail, there's a spot that's like visible where you can see like its ribs, and there's a long sword lodged between its ribs.
Hmm. It's odd that somebody just left a weapon there, though.
Well,
Maybe it
seems
committed.
it's...
Maybe it's an elf that committed suicide.
Well, is it a good weapon?
I don't know. Is it magical?
The longsword is detecting as magic,
Okay, so say I mean it's a magical
but
weapon. I don't know what it
the
does.
chainmail is detecting as magic. The longsword is detecting as magic. There's a ring on one of its fingers that's detecting as magic, and an amulet it's wearing that's detecting as magic.
And this is like the most intact, like corpse we've seen. Maybe really the only corpse we've seen here, right?
Well,
Yeah.
it's a skeleton, right?
Right, a skeleton.
Right, but it's still a corpse. I mean, it's an old corpse.
Is
But
it?
I was worried. I always wonder if this is maybe like what this reputed banshee's corpse or something. I don't know though. Or maybe it's something that died to the banshee.
Hmm.
Maybe.
I'll like kind of nervously glance around the room and go over. And, where's the corpse at? In the back of the room or something? Like over? Is it over here or something?
Yeah, it's kind of slumped against the wall.
Okay, I'll come over to it, even though this is obviously the best idea I've ever had. And I'm gonna.
I'll keep watch.
I'm not gonna like remove. I'm not really gonna move anything, but I am gonna like kind of. Like I'm kind of carefully like kind of shift things around a little bit and try to identify things. I guess. I don't know. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time doing this, but. I'm gonna try to identify like maybe the sword. I guess.
Okay.
Do you have an active
Everybody go
spell
ahead and
on
give
right
me a
now?
perception.
Other than heroism?
Perception. Yeah, that's a good roll.
We have the evil
It's
on.
32.
So we only got a short.
We also have right the death ward. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't want to spend a whole lot of time
Death ward's not
investigating
on.
this. Oh, it's not on.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
What exactly?
So
Yeah,
we just have
so
heroism
21.
on, and circle protection evil if you're standing close enough to Valeria.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a 21 for your perception if you don't have that built in.
No.
I have it built in now. I just had to recalculate the sheet.
It's a lot of editing to do.
That's why I just put a little note. I'm like, if heroism's on, it's a +2.
Okay. So
Anyway,
I
yeah.
believe everyone can see this then.
Okay.
Am I standing in the best possible place right now?
Hopefully.
Yes.
Better, I guess. But what happens is the skeleton suddenly starts to bleed, and it seems like it also begins to talk as well.
Weird. Yeah, I'll probably
And it
back away a little bit.
laments its inability to stop the mutiny that's killed all of the people here that they were responsible for. And I need everyone to give me a will save.
Huh.
Hey, my favorite.
Oh, this is something I'm good at.
Alright. Good thing I prepared. Wait, let me double check my. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and roll it first, and then I'll double check my. Because I remember the. Right of Centered Mind only works for certain will saves. That's a 26.
Oh, nat 20.
Hold on.
Let me double check Right of Centered Mind.
There we go.
Yeah, only if it's a mind affecting, I guess. Which is most will saves. But
Did you put protection of
theoretically, it
evil
might not
on
be.
at all? Or, I thought Mantis. Or
There's a circle protection evil
There's a
on
circle.
Valyria.
You're in
So
it.
if you're standing,
I'm
if
in
you
it.
But it's
yeah,
a
you're standing
resistance
close
bonus.
enough. But it is a resistance bonus, so it might not stack with your cloak.
oh, what do I got? Oh yeah, don't stack.
It's for Nataka and or
I rolled.
our friend.
Wait, it's will save. I
Okay.
want to reroll. There we go. I feel better.
There you go.
I used my thing for today though.
Your 1 a day reroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's nice about mine is it the one that the reroll I get triggers actually like it does trigger if I know I failed it already.
Alright, so the results are 30, 27, 28, and
26.
24. Or,
No,
yeah.
it's a 26. Heroism's active.
Well, nat 27 is a nat 20, so. Yeah.
Right, so theoretically, Nataka probably auto succeeds unless something really weird's going on.
Regardless of the saves, you guys still feel shaken from this strange occurrence as the skeleton kind of goes back to being less than unnerving, but you don't feel anything else happen to you.
Is that
So
the
we have the
condition?
shaken condition.
Yeah, the shaken condition.
Yeah.
Is that like for a certain amount of time or just
It's for a few rounds, but I don't think it's gonna matter here.
something's probably about to happen? Okay, well I'll put the shaken condition on for now anyway. Yep, so yeah, of course when that happens, obviously I stop trying to identify the magic item and like back away probably.
Yeah, for a moment you guys like almost shared this feeling of like the inability to like rely on, I guess, yourself, but as it like rises, it begins to fade as you shake it off.
Yeah, I probably look around at everyone else like, you guys see the same shit that I just saw? Like, what the hell?
No, I was keeping watch. What happened?
And then like I don't know if I want to go back and start messing with it again, but maybe think
Well,
about it
we're
for a
here to
second.
take care of something, and then we can deal with it later, right?
This might be related to what we're here to take care of.
Oh.
I mean, you saw what it just did. I don't know though. I'm not really an expert on like ghostly spirits and stuff like that. So yeah,
So we know there's a mutiny, and that skeleton haunt laments it.
yeah.
Got it.
That's all we know, I guess. Well, I mean, I'm gonna do what I can do, which is I can't do anything else. I don't know anything about like ghosts and haunts and shit like that, so I'm just gonna cautiously go back and investigate the sword again. Did I already roll a spellcraft? I don't know. I'm just gonna roll another one. Oh, it looks like it did actually.
And
You can use that one
everyone
if you want.
hears this like echoing clang of metal coming from nearby.
Okay, and I'll turn my
I'll stop
attention
again what I'm doing because, yeah. Like, okay, I get the hint. I'm not gonna look at the magic sword,
You guys heard that?
and I'll,
It's over there.
yeah. Okay, let's be careful though. Like, I think we heard that before, right? We heard this. This is what we heard just before we left last time.
Would this be a good time to put spells on? Or no? I can go if you want me.
I don't know.
I'll pull out my extend rod and cast the what's it called? The force sword.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here, and I'll offer it to you if you want it.
Yeah, I'll take it, and then I'll start creeping
Okay.
forward with this awkwardly holding sword because I don't have my feet
Yeah.
up yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a +3 longsword.
So I'm like
Made out of
clearly
force.
handling it wrong.
Well, I don't know how to use a longsword either, so as far as I'm concerned, you're
I'm
doing just fine.
Noted.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job.
What is that to the left?
I don't know, is that a wall there or is it a door?
Oh, this? Okay, so what you're seeing here is a bunch of rubble that is already in front of like this other like stone these stone doors. Like it was like purposely supposed to block it.
Hmm.
So this looks like an entrance slash exit, but it's been blocked.
Like
Gotcha.
somebody
So that
intentionally.
nothing
From
can
the
get in or
inside.
out.
Yeah. Somebody intentionally.
Yeah, it looks like it was
collapsed
made
there.
from the inside.
Fascinating.
Okay. Is this
Oops, I'm on the
over?
freaking ruler tool. I'm like trying to click and drag and make because Araxi's trying to stick close to Safa.
What's it over?
We see a letter. It's gotta mean something.
See another room like the other one we were in.
Yeah. This seems to be a room that was the center place for a lot of action, I guess. There are a lot more bodies, decayed skeletons and bones and equipment strewn about here.
And that's where we thought we heard the chains coming from, I think, right? Like that was at least the direction I thought we heard it from.
Mm-hmm.
I'll spend a little bit of time perceptively checking this area out.
Okay. What is everybody else?
I'm sticking near Safa. And
Do I imagine like
waiting
Safa's
for
like
Nataka to catch up.
holding the sword out, you know, like you know how like somebody would like poke the air, like trying to find an invisible thing with the sword. I imagine she's kind of doing
Yeah.
that in a like a creeping manner. She's like over here, because I don't really know what I'm looking for. You guys described it to me, but I don't know.
Yeah, and Raxi probably described it and was like acting like she knew what she was talking about, but really doesn't.
That helps a lot.
It's an angry, ghosty elf. Your favorite.
And if I'm confident I'm not finding anything, I'll leave the room.
Well, with some searching and with that perception, you do begin to find some stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna also use detect
the
magic
first
into the
thing
room.
that you do find is what looks to be like a journal that's all but rotted away.
Okay, I'll point it out to Araxi.
Okay. I don't know if it's gonna like fall apart on me when I try to pick it up, so I'll try to carefully pick it up.
You can mage hand it.
You
right?
do, and luckily it's not that old that like the pages disintegrate,
Yeah.
but it is like the binding is like going.
I figure I probably could mend it, maybe, but that has a 10-minute cast time, so I probably don't want to spend the time to do that. Is it written in Elvish, I'm guessing? I have that, so
It's written in Elvish.
it's maybe like an old, like archaic Elvish or something, but, I guess I'll try to, like, skim through it and see what it's, like, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time doing it, but I'll skim through it and kind of, especially particularly pay closest attention to, like, the last entries.
Yeah, like any good librarian would note that if you want to get the most recent information, you go for
Yeah,
the back of the book.
exactly.
Okay, and you begin to read, and you get a little bit of information, uh, particularly one or two short paragraphs. And there is no name of like a person that this belongs to, but you do read the words that say, "Things haven't quite been the same since the scouts from the Witch Bowl came back. Others are leaving the fortress at odd times. Keonan hasn't spoken with us in months. Paranoia is increasing. Not sure who to trust."
I'll kind of like share that with everyone else, and then look at Kalindra and be like, "What does that mean? Anything? Like, what's a witch bowl?"
She says in a very quiet voice. She's visibly hushing herself, and she says that the Witch Bowl is the infamous lair of the demonic host of Tree Razor.
Why are you trying to be so quiet?
So, in theory, at least, they were using that gate themselves from here as well, which I guess would make sense. But why would they have not heard anything from Keonan? They're only a
She
few
tells you,
gates away.
Safa, that you know, like she doesn't want to be the first one that the Banshee finds.
Well, I certainly want the Banshee to find us! Safa yells.
Safa's like yelling.
Yeah, and Safa will continue actually. She'll speak in Elven. I know you're here.
Oh, I can't speak as the satyr or whatever, satyr, whatever, anymore. It was nice while it lasted. Um,
Feel that?
I mean, if
what?
it's
Hey,
not gonna
did you feel that?
feel what? What are you talking about?
I just
I don't feel anything.
felt a shiver or something. Felt like I wasn't quite in control.
Hey, by the way, have anybody seen Nataka? This is just like
Yeah,
a
he's
horror
back here.
movie. Oh,
He's
okay.
sleeping.
What's next? Somebody else.
Nataka, what are you doing back there? Come join.
As Safa yells, you hear that like clanging of metal, and it almost sounds like there's this eerie like howling from wind,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems to like blow through this whole fortress.
Hmm.
And the howling of the wind becomes like whistling, and then it stops.
Ah, creepy.
So
And
it
everyone
goes through the
feels
whole
like a
thing.
sudden chill. Like the temperature of the room gets noticeably colder,
Oh boy.
Must be
and you can see
nighttime.
your breath.
I felt that one at least.
I mean, is this normal?
Hell if I know.
I don't know. I've never been here before,
Huh.
Probably not.
except a few days ago, I guess.
So how do you lure out this thing?
Maybe
I'll
if we go
cast
mess
Death
around with the
Ward
gate.
on Safa, I think.
Quilindra says, "I think you did,"
Okay.
and she folds her arms and shivers a bit.
It'll be fine.
This is what we came here to do, remember?
I'm gonna look around after I cast Death Ward on Safa. Use my spidey senses. Are we still feared?
The shaken? That's a good point.
No, not anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
It only lasts for a few rounds.
Yeah, I'll try to like kind of reassure Kalindra, I guess. I'll be like, oh, you haven't seen some of the thing I've seen. You haven't seen some of the things I've seen Safa kill. I know this thing's already dead, but I mean, still. I mean, you should see some of the stuff we fought in the Darklands.
Oh god.
The ray of moonlight in the middle suddenly starts to get smaller, as if like maybe clouds or something were passing over it, and eventually it winks out completely.
Ooh, good thing I have dark
And
vision.
with it comes a like whistling, wispy voice.
Oh.
That almost sounds like it's singing.
Oh, how lovely.
Quick, somebody use Bard Countersong.
Oh yeah, I
wait, we don't
never
have that.
took my dip. Darn it. I should've.
That's what Kalindra's for.
Oh.
Kalindra,
And you hear
counter that shit. What do we pay you for?
hear who comes
Repair?
in the dead of night.
Oh, that's the problem.
I
We're
hear
not.
the beating hearts. And it echoes.
Araxi just points at Safa, but doesn't say anything.
I...
And Safa's like, my heart doesn't beat.
I
Sure
hold
it
out the
does.
sword.
I'm a
just
partially
looking
undead
around.
abomination.
Well, I mean, I
How do you expect that blood to
I
get
don't
Where-
through
use
her?
my bloodline, jeez.
Where is it, where is it coming from? Like over here? That's where we're hearing the voice come from?
I'll hold the sword out and move.
No,
Wherever
it's
we're
echoing all through the place.
Oh,
So we can't really tell where it's coming from.
Right, but Quilindra is gonna make a stealth check because she's gonna hide.
Eh.
She moves to like get cover or something from something.
Okay.
So, well, I guess
I'll go give her the Death Ward too.
I'll speak
Kalindra
in
now has a Death Ward.
Elven and say, so, do you want to talk?
And I guess as you say that and as everybody does their thing, from the from the wall here,
Okay.
there's like this eerie, like bluish, like effervescent light that begins to form, and something pushes its way through the wall.
Okay, now I've
Even
seen some
but the wall
shit.
stays solid.
I'm not sure I've seen this though. Have I?
And what you see is, let's see, where's the description? Okay, you see what looks like an elven woman with long hair, form-fitting chainmail, and a gently curved sword in one hand. But her eyes glow with a cruel yellow flame,
Oh.
and her face is a constant grimace of hate and despair.
Oh, okay.
Can I identify this?
And she responds to you, Safa, and she says, "No talking. Be still, just like your hearts will be soon."
Oh man.
Well,
And I need initiatives.
I was just gonna negotiate a band,
Okay.
but okay.
Alright, let's see if
I'm not sure I can talk my way out of this one.
No. But I mean it's an undead,
That's
so
okay.
you shouldn't feel too bad about like fighting her. That's not so good. And before I die, before my turn. Oh yeah, I need to get Nataka a Force Sword, I think, as well. Nataka's actually proficient with it, too.
Oh, is he? She?
I think so.
For the long
Nataka gets proficiency longsword as like an elf trait, I think.
Heroism goes towards the initiative, right?
Although I'm not 100% sure that's... I think that's true.
I'm checking.
heroism?
This is
I don't think so.
rolls. Does it not?
Heroism does not affect initiative, no.
Oh.
It's not all rolls.
No, it's just like skills and saves, and like attack rolls.
It's attack rolls,
Um,
skills, saves.
I'm proficient with the longsword, rapier, longbow, and short bow.
Yeah. So yeah, if I give
Everything
you
else.
the Force, you'd be the Force longsword, you'd actually be proficient with it at least.
Ooh, classic
And that
chaos.
gives you something to do. Because I don't know if you can use your, I don't think you can use your fire bombs against these things, because they're not
dang.
magical.
We match. We tied, Araxi.
Oh shit.
Yes!
Plus 15? Okay.
You get to go first because of your
And it
Yeah,
rolled a
banshees
19.
have really high, yeah,
Initiatives,
they have really
apparently.
high
Yeah.
initiative.
Yup. That's higher than Nizzo's initiative.
That's fine. I mean, you know, whatever. Somebody's gotta go first, you know?
Okay, that's everybody, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Rose.
I-
GG.
It won initiative, so somebody might just die here.
I don't think so.
I volunteer as tribute. I mean, what?
She like gracefully, like wispy smoke, moves over towards Soph,
Okay.
and in a wordless kind of like hate, she brings like her sword to stab at Safa.
Uh-huh.
Well, hopefully it does like,
But luckily,
ne-
'cause I'm pretty sure this
doesn't
is gonna
negative
hit.
energy. Aw, shit, it is negative energy!
So I mean, she likely hits you, but it doesn't hurt you.
Mm. So Safa probably has this like expression that like oh, I'm gonna take this blow, but then like when I notice that this is just a tingle of, you know, not hurt, she'll probably look up at her and smile.
I forgot we scum-spec this encounter back in book 1.
Okay, that's her turn. Nataka?
The Death Ward helps prevent it.
Well, also it's
Right, but she's also immune to negative
Yeah,
energy damage.
Yeah. That too. We're extra scum-specking it.
I feel like you're supposed to take stiff
Um,
preparations like Death Ward, though, for this fight. Like, that's why you know about it before you come here.
I will down an extract of displacement.
It's probably not a bad idea. She's gonna come up and try to touch you.
And that'll be it. Because I mean, I'm waiting to get a sword from a specific mermaid person.
Okay, Valyria.
Well, I'm selfless. So, who has the worst will save between Nataka and Araxi?
It's definitely Nataka.
I'm not will,
Talk-
fortitude save.
Oh, Fortitude save. It's probably
My fort
still
is
Nataka.
12.
No, actually, I have worse. Mine's 10. Oh, mine's 12 with heroism, so we have the same, I guess.
Yeah, mine's 12.
Wait,
with
mine's 10 with
as well.
heroism. Sorry, mine's 10 with heroism, so mine's
Well,
actually
I've
worse
seen
by a little bit.
Nataka die before, and I didn't like that, so I'm going to Death Ward
Yeah.
Nataka.
Oh,
And I'm going to stay here.
Okay. Quilindra. On her turn, she's going to use she's gonna start up a oratorical performance.
So she's basically hiding back
And
there like,
she,
you guys can do it!
Yeah. But it's not to inspire courage, it's a she begins a counter song.
Yay! I knew we paid her for something.
Safa.
Um,
But she's gonna move before she does that. She moves like all the way over.
Yeah, it's probably gonna piss off the Banshee. So it's probably not a bad idea.
She gets into like that corner.
I got this lovely sword.
It does full damage to
Do you
her.
think I should
Unless she
power
has like
attack?
something else I don't know about. Maybe, because it's gonna be. I think you're gonna be. Like, her AC can't be that high.
You can get
At least
more
normally
damage out.
incorporeal things don't have good. Yeah, most of the time incorporeal things don't have high AC. Like, they're normally not hard to hit if you actually can damage them. But I don't know.
And if I
Sometimes they are.
furious focus and hold it with two hands, we'll have to do a move action to do that. For now, I will swift action activate Martian
Martian
flexibility.
Martian
I
weapon
like this one.
proficiency, longsword, and power attack. And if it seems like it's too hard to hit, maybe I'll activate it. Let's see. So my bonuses now are different. Plus how much? 6. And this is force, right? So I'll put that in there. And I swing at it.
22, 13, 16. And those are all versus AC. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Unfortunately, none of those hit.
Damn.
What did I roll on that 22?
This
A
Banshee
7.
is
Okay, they're all
actually
low
much
rolls
more
anyway.
difficult to hit.
Yeah, I rolled below average,
Yeah.
so I can do it. I can do it. Okay,
Like, it
that's
seems
my turn.
very, very dexterous. Arex.
Well, I guess I'll do the plan that I already had. I'm gonna cast the same thing I gave Safa. I'm gonna cast except I don't have the extend rod. I don't think this time, but it's still gonna last for like 11 minutes or something. But I'm gonna hand Nataka a force sword as well, since
Oh no, never
Nataka's right
mind. She
next to
has to
me.
be over here. Yeah, she has to be right here because it's 30 feet to this.
And then I'm gonna kind of step over next to Valyria as well and try to help protect Kalindra, actually, because Kalindra is actually doing something important for us right now. Because I don't want to get hit by a Banshee whale. I don't know exactly how the mechanics of it work in Pathfinder, but I mean, I remember these in like third edition, and they were pretty nasty. Like it.
Okay. So is
Yeah.
that
Yes. So Nataka has a +3 force sword. Assuming Nataka took the force sword.
the Banshee sees that not only are you not afraid of it, Safa, but its attack seems to do nothing to you.
Yeah.
That her hate and rage builds up, and in this like booming wail, she screams out, "You dare bring the warmth of life into my tomb?"
Not exactly.
And that O part of the tomb is like what wails out and like echoes through these halls, and like rocks tremble. And I need everyone to give me a will save as she takes a full round action to begin wailing.
A will save, okay.
The dreaded Banshee wail.
Uh,
Now, because of Quilindra's countersong, you can either choose to use your will save or to use her +15 as your total.
Oh well, I'm using that.
I'll take my will save.
Wait, no, it's a 15 total or +15 to the will save. Like just roll a d20 +15. Is that what it is?
Let's see.
Or do I just get like a 15?
You use their performance check result in place of your saving throw. If after the saving throw is rolled, the performance check result proves to be higher.
Gotcha. So I should just make the will save in that case then, and then it basically means I'm floored that at least I get a 15, which I don't know if that's gonna be even high enough, but maybe this counter song was not such a good idea. Maybe I don't know if it's actually gonna help.
Oh wait, right. She has to
feel
roll
like-
it. Never mind. Then I have to actually make a roll.
Oh, okay.
I'm fine.
But I
guys.
still roll my will save anyway, right? So I'll go ahead and just do that.
Damn, Safa's a save queen. Oh my god.
It's a 22. But I do have Rider-Centered Mind, so if it's a mind affecting effect, then I theoretically can re-roll it if I fail.
Oh no. Well,
Well, hopefully the counter song did it.
for a little while.
Well, maybe the counter song might have saved us in this case.
Well, then again, if he's like feared or something like that, he drops the weapon. I think. Anyways, I don't know what's happening.
Depends on how severe it is. I don't know what's happening either, but
Yeah, I think the fears, yeah, certain severity, they just out not drop.
So yeah, it says that you can use her perform check result in place of your saving throw if after the saving throw is rolled, the perform check is higher.
okay.
So it's like
well,
a fallback.
hers is higher.
Form check may be higher.
Yeah, it's like a
than
fallback.
mine.
Yeah, it's higher than both of Mars, so I think we take a perform check. But it looks like Valyria and Safa use their own saves. So hopefully
Yeah.
the 27 is good enough to not get hit by whatever this is gonna do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think thanks to that, Nataka doesn't fail, and I think Araxi also doesn't fail. Because you can take the 27.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Okay. We're not dead yet. She's...
But let's see. But you are you are all still sickened for.
Oh, okay.
Sicken is just
For
like
2
a
rounds.
minor penalty. Yeah, that's just a minor, like a stat penalty,
Oh
basically.
damn! I had that shaken still check marked when I was doing my rolls.
Whoops.
Yeah. Well. Okay.
I don't think it would have mattered too much.
Oh,
Just
and sorry
the
about
rolls
that.
were
It's not
super low.
it's not a will save. It's actually a fortitude save, but that doesn't matter since Cool Ninja's roll is still really high.
Oh. Well, I roll a 20 no matter what, but yeah.
Yeah. So for future, notice it's a fortitude.
Okay.
Well, I'm sickened now, so all my saves are lower. So
Yeah.
Do we know how many rounds or no?
2 rounds.
2. Okay.
We're sickened for 2 rounds.
Yep. All right, that's her turn. However, she continues to wail.
Oh goodness.
Okay, so this force sword, what is it?
It's just a +3 longsword, but since it's a force weapon, it's gonna do full damage to incorporeal creatures. So that's really the only difference. So if you just add it as a +3 sword in Hero Lab, it should track everything correctly. And just keep in mind that it's doing force damage.
Okay. Alright, then I will attack with this thing.
You get like 2 attacks on it, yeah? If you 5-foot step.
Plus 11 and plus 6.
Is that with heroism stuff? Man. Not terribly great, but you are dex-based characters, so it makes sense. It's a good roll, though.
Yeah,
That's a good roll, and that actually hits.
nice.
It's gonna be like a D8 plus like 4 or something. Probably.
Plus 1, I'm sickened.
Oh yeah, sickened. Damn. But it's gonna do full damage, so we got that going for us.
Woo!
Yeah, 3 whole damage.
That does go for you, yeah. 3 damage. And your hit
second attack,
forces
holy
her
shit.
to. The 25 does not hit.
Aw, damn.
You're just shot.
That sucks because that's actually a chance for critical.
But it's
She
not.
might be immune. She
I
might be
know,
immune
but
to
it
your
doesn't
hit
actually hit,
is important.
But,
Because when you hit her, she has to make a save.
Well, that's cool.
But she rolled a... Well, actually she rolled pretty low, but... She has a really high bonus.
Even though you hit her, like you don't hit her nearly hard enough to interrupt her from continuing this way.
Damn.
well, that was a full round. So, Valeria.
Okie dokie. If it's my turn, let's see.
Give me a second I need to read something about how that counter
Oh, sure.
performance works. Okay, so each round they make it perform. So I think it's still going. Like that 27 she rolls.
Oh, okay. That's good, because that was a really good roll for us, so... like, that was... Well, I mean, not a great roll, but it was an above average roll.
So, Nataka, roll a fortitude save. Just so that we demonstrate how this works.
24.
Okay. Now you can choose to use the 24 or the 27 from
Well, use the
her.
27. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So you're fine with the 27, but like you're still having to save from the effects of this whale, especially since you're so
Right.
close.
He's basically
Yeah,
saying
I
you can
also-
tell that it's doing
That's
something
the
because
lyric.
it does something at the end of your turn, apparently, if you're...
Yeah. For anybody who begins or ends their turn within its whale has to keep saving.
Oh, God. I need to get that. I need to get out of here. Of course, we also have
Yeah,
Death
because
I
that
Ward,
think
which
counter
probably
it would be a
helps.
little higher
lasts
if
for a
this is a
round.
death effect, because that would be a 28 for Nataka.
Oh,
If it's a death effect.
Yeah.
This
that's
is a
right.
death effect.
Yeah. So you
This is
actually...
a
So then
sonic
my
death
roll was
effect.
better.
Yes, your roll actually was better than the counter song.
So, I am going to keep giving resistance bonuses to Nataka and Safa. And I am going to touch whatchamacallit, Araxi to give her the death ward. Because I don't want my friends dying on
I'm
me.
the only one that hasn't gotten it yet besides you, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, that's
Okay, she's going to maintain the performance.
So she get a
And
new
she's
performance
gonna
check.
roll her performance check.
Please roll high again. Yay! That's higher than last time, actually. By 1.
Safa, it's your turn.
Okay, you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
I won't miss
Yeah.
them all. Alright, so free action, I will activate my third feat, Furious Focus, and this time full round. Dang,
Okay.
still
The
low.
30 hit.
I get 1 at least.
Mm,
And she has to make a saving.
I want more though.
You did a lot more than 3 damage this time, too, so
Yeah.
maybe she'll actually fail to save. Ooh, it's a low roll.
Okay, that's much better. That damage is enough to stop her from wailing for now.
Does that mean we're still? Yeah.
Well, like, you have the Force Sword, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I
So,
mean,
like, you
she's
hit her,
not wailing at it.
and
No, about the
she
wailing
takes
part.
enough damage that it interrupts her wail.
None of us were being
She isn't
affected by
able
the whale,
to
were we?
wail through it.
Or were we?
Well,
Not
no one had
yet.
failed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's it's pretty much a save or die spell, I think, so...
Gotcha.
I'm not 100% sure how it works, but I'm pretty sure you... like,
It works like
I mean,
Wail
there's
of the Banshee, and for our level, I think it's pretty much save or die.
I think it's fatal.
I think
Yeah.
Wail of the Banshee does, like, 10 damage per caster level in an area or something.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. I have like 80 hit points, 85 hit points, so if it has more than 10 or more than 9 hit die, I'd be screwed.
Well, okay, after
Alright, is
she
that your turn,
stops
Soph?
wailing, I'll say, you call that talking? In elf.
Okay, Raxi.
I suppose I could attempt to blind her or something. Except there's not really room to do that. Man, this is rough. I don't really have a... I can haste everyone, I suppose. I'll just do that. I haste the whole party.
Yeah, extra attack.
Yeah. And that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Actually, I'll move back 5 feet, and that'll be my turn.
All right, on her turn. All right, she knows that she can't hurt you, Safa.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Nataka is also swinging at her with what looks to be the same kind of weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to try and touch Nataka with the sword.
I do not have a way to stop this.
Alright, first things first, I do have displacement on.
So that might not...
So there's
I wonder if
50% cover chance.
that would be concealment, unless it has some way to ignore it.
Yep.
And then I think Death Ward interacts with that as well.
Yeah.
Subject is immune to energy drain and any negative energy effects.
Right. So the good part is that you're immune to the damage because she does hit you. She places like her sword right where your heart is.
So wait, she ignores the displacement?
She
Sad
ignores your
face.
concealment. She can sense your heart beating. She knows exactly where it is.
She has blind sight.
Runs her sword through it. Not quite, but effectively. But the Death Ward prevents the negative energy from actually harming you. And that's her turn. It's your turn.
Whew. I guess this is going to be okay, probably.
Okay.
Now we're all gonna die.
I mean, this would be the time where, like, something else shows up or something like that, but I don't know, maybe not.
So there's 3 attacks. 1 hits, it looks like.
It could just be that we prepared well enough and
One
we're getting
does it.
rewarded for it. Because sometimes that does happen, you know? Not always, but sometimes.
The
And
29
that's
does.
another 3 damage.
I don't like the sickened.
Right.
It's only there for one more round, unless she
Yeah.
wails again.
Is that your turn?
It did full round.
Okay, Valir.
Time to make us all immune to this heart stabbing. Death ward on myself. I'm out of death wards.
Yep, but everybody has it, so...
I'm gonna stay here because, well, actually, maybe I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna be here. I like this spot better.
Alright, is that gonna be your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Let's see.
Oh, wait.
Even
I want to
though-
knowledge it. I forgot to do this for a couple of turns.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a banshee.
You know that it's an incorporeal undead. It's not high enough to identify its strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
Probably needs to be in the mid-20s, I'd guess.
Probably.
Yeah, a little
I
bit.
bet it's a banshee.
Okay.
I heard
So,
I heard somebody say that it might be.
Kulintra sees that you kind of stagger the banshee a bit, or at least stop it from wailing. So she's going to use this opportunity to boost everyone's offensive abilities, and she switches her song to an Inspire Courage to give you +2 versus
Oh, jeez.
fear and more attack and damage.
Okay. More things to put on. Is this a +2, right?
Yeah, plus.
I'm like
And that's her.
constantly adjusting my attack and damage fields. It's insane.
Yep, that's Pathfinder. Don't forget, haste gives you a +1 as well.
Yeah, I know. I already have it all done.
Haste is so good for me, it makes my land speed 20. Oh boy.
Okay, well, I have no special actions other than I am going to full round with all of these wonderful things. Don't forget I'm furious, focus, attacking, so the haste attack is not going to be the same as my first attack. Ooh.
Well, the natural 20 hits. The 2 natural 20s. The 30 hits and the 28 also hit.
Oh, jeez.
So that's a good.
I just go to town.
Is it
on this
immune to
thing.
crits? I figured it probably is.
It actually cannot crit it.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Dang.
You can only crit it with a ghost touch weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before hits.
Not even a
that's
force
scary.
weapon would work.
And they're all like 20s.
Yep.
I helped.
Okay.
You did! You did like 5 damage. It was great.
6 damage.
We kept it from
You're right, I shouldn't
getting
under-
to other people, you know, by our
Yeah.
positioning.
I'm surprised it's not dead off of that. It has to have a lot of hit points though. You just did like 80 damage to it?
It's difficult to tell how damaged she is.
Yeah. I imagine, because she's a ghost.
Yeah.
80. Well,
She's
you
incorporeal.
said
If only I had
all of
that
these
Slayer
hit,
talent
right?
that-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still standing. So I'm saying it must have...
90.
I don't-
92.
Yeah.
90.
We've done a lot of damage to it, but I don't know how
92.
many hit points this thing has, so just keep hitting it! Ah!
Okay, well, that's my turn. 92 damage.
Alright,
I'm
Orexy?
satisfied.
I mean, I guess I could make another force sword and then run up and start hitting it myself. Or, that's kind of dumb though, because I wouldn't be able to hit with it at
Got
all.
some missiles.
I can pull out a magic missile wand and do that. That's probably my best bet. So I'll do that. I'll pull out my caster level 3 magic missile wand and use a charge of that. What the heck? Yeah. So I shoot 2 magic missiles, I think. Caster level 3.
Okay.
I think that's the right formula. It's been so long since I used magic missile. Yeah, so...
Your magic missiles do successfully hit it.
Alright. I'm doing something. And that's going to be it for my turn. There's a move action to pull that out and a standard action to activate it.
Okay. At the beginning of the round, before her turn, you all hear the clanging of metal again,
Oh,
and it becomes more apparent as the battle between you and the Banshee escalates. It gets the attention of what looks to be all of these phantasmal elves all fighting each other.
Weird.
And on her turn, she begins to she begins to emit this shroud. And this like thin smoke flows from her. And everyone within 10 feet, which should be Nataka, Safa, and Valyria, needs to give me a will save.
Oh boy.
Are we still second?
I think that just wore off.
Lasted for 2 rounds, so I think that's gone.
Okay.
So that's good at
Will
least.
save or
Refresh my
fortitude?
sheet.
Will save.
Give you the save.
I said make sure you remove sickened. Should be gone now. God, I keep freaking clicking the stupid cheetah that I have open here.
God damn it, motherfucker!
Hopefully it's not as bad as, like, you know, Whale the Banshee.
I might be in trouble.
You should have a resistance bonus. I mean, you rolled a 1. I can't help you with that. And if it's a death
No, you
effect,
cannot.
you get a +4.
Which I still rolled a 1. So.
Yeah.
Well, this is for Safa.
So I got 16, 8, and 24. Okay. Well, that's a natural 1. So Valyria, you are okay. Like, the mist doesn't even seem to, like, impair your vision. It's not that difficult to see. Safa, Nataka, however, you're beginning to feel, something.
I feel like dancing.
These, like, thoughts and feelings begin to, like, overwhelm you, and they all center around the inevitability of death. And you are affected by crushing despair. And you cannot willingly, you have no desire to leave the area of this shroud.
Yeah, what kind of
So,
effect is that?
So nothing
Mind
new for
affecting.
my character right now.
I'm sorry, what was that?
It's a mind affecting effect.
Mind affecting.
So
Compulsion.
Did 18 save?
No.
No. So it's a -2 to attack rolls, saving throws, ability checks, skill checks, and weapon damage rolls.
And you don't feel the urge to leave this shroud, and it's persistent.
Which,
Like, it doesn't go away, it's still there.
What condition
Okey-doke.
is it?
It's the spell
It's
crushing
not
despair,
a condition,
basically.
but it's a spell
Yeah.
crushing despair.
Yeah, if you give yourself a spell
kinda works
adjustment
like
for
sick.
crushing despair.
Ah, adjustments. Okay.
It stacks with sickened, I think, though.
Yeah, it's
Which
stats.
is pretty rough. But you're not sickened right now, thankfully. But, I mean, she can probably fix that if she wants.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, Nataka, it's your
So you can still hit it, you're just basically sickened again, effectively.
Let's make sure this goes through right. Let's see. What?
Is it not applying the numbers properly?
It just says no attribute was found. Ugh.
Weird.
Miss, miss, miss.
yeah, miss. You find it like it's more becoming increasingly more difficult to like raise your weapon to fight it because of these terrible emotions.
Yeah, it feels
that are
hopeless.
plaguing you.
I'm emo, man.
Valeria.
What's even the point?
I'm gonna try to be a hero. Valeria's trying to be a hero now. Valeria's gonna cast True Strike. And that's her turn for right now.
That's an interesting decision. Do you want me to give you a magic sword?
No.
Quilindra stays where she is, and she continues the performance to inspire you all with more courage.
Yeah, which actually helps offset the
Stop, it's your turn.
despair.
Well, now that I'm not sickened, this despair is just... I don't have to change anything, basically. So,
Basically.
full rounding. Yeah. I might have only
You get 2
once.
hits.
Oh, 2. Oh.
Yeah, 2.
Nice.
Okay. The ghost is still there.
Oh my.
Or, well, the incorporeal creature. She's not a ghost.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know.
The
We don't know that.
angry elf.
Alright, Arax.
This fight does in some ways remind me of us fighting that ghost back in book 2, though. I guess I don't think there's really much else I can do at this point, other than just continuing to cast Magic Missile at this thing. Just pepper it with damage. So I'm gonna keep doing that. 2 Magic Missiles again.
Yay.
Alrighty. Getting closer. Pretty close, actually.
Yeah, something's probably gonna happen with the gathering crowd of ghosts or phantasms or whatever they are.
Yep,
I'm a little worried about that.
The elves continue to fight each other, and the fight brings itself into, like, your guys' party.
Okay.
But nothing really seems to happen.
Maybe it's just an atmospheric effect. They're just helping create a scene.
Alright, Valeria, you don't have to save because you saved against it already, but I need Nataka and... Well, she's gonna... I guess she's gonna... No, she's just gonna stay where she is. She knows she can't hurt you two, but there's nothing really else she can do other than, I guess, 5-foot step. Actually, no, that's what she's gonna do, so it doesn't provoke. She's gonna 5-foot step and introduce Araxi to the mist. So I need Araxi to make a save, and I need Ataka and Safa to make a new save. And
Okay.
apply, any minuses you might have.
This is a
That's
will save.
Will, correct?
So that's a 23.
Oh shit, it's down now because of that stupid app. Back. I'm still good.
I don't know if the 23 is going to be good enough. But if it's a mind affecting, I can re-roll it if I want, potentially. I don't know if it's worth it, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I probably would do it
Are you gonna reroll
if it failed. If I fail, I can re-roll. Mine's different than
Oh,
improved
okay.
initiative. I actually, or greater improved initiative or whatever.
Well,
mine triggers if I
Safa
do fail.
saves. You shake off the feeling, and you're no longer affected. But Nataka and Araxi do fail, so...
Okay, I'll go ahead
Have a
and
reroll
expend...
So
Yeah,
the
I'll
mist is
expend
no
my
longer affected.
Rite of Centered Mind to try to re-roll it.
Yeah, it's no longer...
Hey, 24! It's 1 higher! How about that? It's probably not good enough. It's probably like a DC
That
25
does
or
work,
something.
actually.
Oh, I was right, I think! Yes! Clutch! Alright, so I used my Rite of Centered Mind then. I don't have that anymore now.
So, you're not affected. Nataka... The feeling of, like, looming death, like, encroaching upon you increases, and you can no longer raise your weapon. You're affected as if by calm emotions, and you do not have the will to fight.
Ooh, I'm really glad that Safa at least didn't get hit by that.
And you also do not have the will to leave the mist.
Yeah. Which I think would
that's
stop
our-
me from teleporting you out even, too.
You can move within the mist, you just cannot leave it.
And you
And
can't
you can
attack.
do other things.
Hey, you can use this extract maybe.
Yeah, that don't count as attack. Yeah, it's your turn.
Do you go AFK?
No, I'm. Make a 5 foot and go defensive, I guess? No. Just do a 5 foot step. I'll stay here.
No extracts or anything, huh?
There's nothing that would help me right now.
Yeah. I wonder if I can dispel that effect. With dispel magic. I don't know. Might be able to try it, I guess.
Okay, so Valeria, it's your turn.
So she didn't seem to do anything to Nataka in terms of damage when she pierced him in the heart, right?
No.
I'm going to take a gamble.
Death Ward seems to be working.
I'm going to try to cast a spell not defensively.
So you
I'm
provoke.
casting a 6th level spell.
Okay.
And if I cast it, I'm going to try to touch her. Using my True Strike.
Aw,
Okay.
shit. I think I know what spell you're casting.
And this is what my Hero Lab says. So does a 43 hit or touch?
Did you concentrate?
I did not
No, he just
concentrate.
provoked. That's why he was pausing for a while to see if you were going to do anything with that.
Okay. Well, I mean, she will try to attack you.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
You're
gambling
provoking.
on the death ward protecting him.
But if you have Death Ward on you, then negative energy shouldn't hurt you.
Okay. Going to try to touch her with a lot of positive energy.
The 43 does hit.
Okay. So she needs to make me a will save. DC 22.
Aw, damn it.
Okay.
Damn, that means.
So she takes half of 110 damage down to 1 hit point.
Okay.
So 55.
Yeah.
Ouch. Oh, man.
Significant. Safa's done more damage than that still, but that's pretty significant. It's more than me and Nataka have done for sure.
Okay. It looks like she does recoil from that hit.
Well, this partially is your damage, Orexy. You paid for the scrolls.
Yeah.
That's true. I contributed by giving you the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Quillendra's
I'm
going
just
to
activating
continue
feats to make it better.
her Inspire Courage, and it'll pass this off.
Well, I mean, there's no reason not to, so I'm just gonna full round her with a flank, I guess, at this point, right? Can
Unless
flank
she's
these
immune to
things?
flank?
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure. I don't think so. I think you guys probably should have been flanking her before.
Well, is
Nothing
Nataka
gives her
actually
immunity to flank.
flanking?
Oh yeah,
her?
Nataka wouldn't be a
Because
flanking
Nataka
partner though.
doesn't have a weapon bared.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's basically like he can't lift his sword
Oh, yeah,
basically.
that's
He's got calm emotions on or whatever.
Right.
Hopefully I think like 2 of those hit or something. Or maybe 3.
Not 3, no. 25, I'm sure doesn't hit.
I think it's 26. I think its AC was like right around 26 or something from
Yeah.
like all the attacks we've been seeing. But the 35 probably hits. Got that going for us.
Nah, that's just too low.
The 26 and 35 hit,
Sweet.
and that's more than enough combined damage now to... You hit her, and the smoke like begins to like evaporate, and she shrieks like she is in pain and drops her sword from her position, kind of like floating above the ground. She like falls to like invisible knees and begins to fade in like a silent cry.
Okay.
And like there's kind of like ectoplasmy stuff left behind that begins to fade after a bit.
I point my swords at the ghostly elves fighting.
Okay, Alexia, it's your turn.
Yeah, I guess I'm looking at there's all these like dancing, like, or not dancing, but like fighting elves around us, but they're not attacking us, they're attacking each other, right? So I'm not gonna like attack them. I'm just gonna take a total defense and like kind of look around like, okay, shit, now what? Because I don't know what comes next. Like I'm like I feel like it looks like we won, but like I don't know what's going on. Does Nataka still seem like affected by that
Yeah, am I
effect?
still pacified?
Well, the mist is gone now, so I guess whether it happens on your turn or whether it happens immediately, it'll fade from.
Yeah.
But at the top of this round, the fighting continues, and this time errant like swings and like arrows start to pass through you guys, and I need everyone to give me a will save.
Oh boy.
We're in the middle of a haunt, I think.
Oh. All right. I don't have my reroll anymore, so that's just my save.
Oh wait, what is my current save now? It's gonna be different again.
You know, I should have just taken that other one. It would have just been the crushing despair. Wouldn't have been that big a deal. Oh well. If you guys give me an hour to cast Right of Center in Mind again, then I can just get that up again for another 48 hours. Just give me 1 hour to cast it.
Okay. 34, 28, 21, 9.
Yeah.
Actually, oh, it's a 1.
It's a nat 1. Yeah.
I gotta roll this too for cool. Okay. So they all kind of like, you guys get hit, but you don't feel anything.
Except for me.
Maybe,
I'm
yeah.
probably like, this is the worst.
Nataka, you feel like you're back in control of yourself. Do you do anything?
Sigh with relief. What do we do now?
Let's see if the moonlight is back.
We have to get out of here. These ghosts are out of control.
Valeria? Your turn then? I guess Nataka is staying there, saying that.
Can I do a knowledge on these ghosts?
Should have taken Speak with
Knowledge
Haunt.
I could have, but I didn't.
You only know that these creatures aren't actual undead, but it does appear to be some kind of like haunting.
Okay. And I am going to. We saw the moonlight from like in here, or are there any other windows?
There are no windows, just cracks in the fortress.
Just the hole in the roof. Okay. So I'm going to move over here, take a total defense action, and I'm going to see if the moonlight is back or if it's still cloudy and icky looking.
Araxi, do you have a weapon out?
No, actually, I just have my wand out.
That'll work, because it works like a dagger. I need you to make me an attack.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Do I attack Valyria or something here? I'm pretty bad at this, so, I mean... Is this something I would consider, like, is it an improvised weapon? Do I get, like, penalties for that or something?
Wands work like daggers.
Just like a normal dagger? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see, I think I still have haste on, so I think all these modifiers are correct. So... Hey, that's a really high roll!
Does a 27 beat your
crap.
AC, Valyria?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, roll damage, Arax.
Just a d4 plus my...
Wait, where is
Plus your strength.
Valeria?
She
yeah, I
moved,
think-
and I guess you don't have dark vision right now, Nataka, so you can't see too far. Okay, I guess everyone like notices it, especially Valyria, that Araxi Araxi stabs
Smacks
you
you
as
with
you
a
move
wand.
away, and Araxi is like trembling as like she holds the dagger,
The wand,
and
you
she
mean?
looks nervous.
I'm
Yeah,
so
the wand.
confused.
Oh, she looks nervous?
Araxi stabs
Kalindra
Valeria
stops
from the other
the-
room.
She stops the whatchamacallit. Well, she stabbed her as like she began to move away.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
for attack opportunity,
Provoke.
basically.
Attack of opportunity. Ooh.
Yeah. Because I
Kalindra
failed my will
stops the
save.
performance and like stays where she is because she saw Araxi, and she said, "What's going on? Like we killed her, right? She's dead." Safa, it's your turn.
Oh man, it's these ghosts. They're out of control!
They're like airheads, man.
So I see Araxi looks. How does she look, you said?
Nervous, I guess?
Nervous?
Yeah.
And he kind of feebly smacked Valyria as she ran away. Or she moved, I guess.
Oh no, 1 damage.
For 1 whole damage.
Okay, probably not something to worry too much about.
I probably wouldn't even hit you, but I got heroism and haste on right now. It's buffing my attack by a lot.
No, you rolled real high.
Yeah.
I know.
My
I'm
AC.
gonna
I'm a wizard, Harry.
walk over here and just kind of peek around the corner and see if anything's there.
Besides the ghosts.
And then
All
I'll
these
take
crazy
a
ghosts
total
again.
defensive stance.
I gotta drop early.
as
Sorry,
I look
guys.
around.
You gotta go. Okay.
Yes, I need to get a small nap in before I go in because they couldn't find anyone to replace me.
Okay.
And driving
take care.
for 8 hours with no sleep is a bad thing.
Alright.
So I'll see you guys later.
That's
And
it.
since this is being streamed, I can catch up too. Woo!
That's true, we're back to streaming again.
All right. The secret. What do you look around? You said you're looking around.
Yeah, not perceptively. I'm taking
Okay,
a total defense.
You don't see anything too different, yeah, other than like this like ghostly battle that's happening.
Okay.
On Araxi's turn. So Araxi, let me describe how you're feeling right now. Like you believe that everyone you see is an enemy. You're stricken with this like intense paranoia.
Okay. So I pretty much think everyone around me is like a spooky
So
ghost.
you're hostile to everybody, and you treat only yourself as an ally.
Okay. Uh,
So yeah, it's your turn.
so are you saying that I pretty much am forced to attack, or can I just like take a total defense? Like I probably want to move away from. Like I'm not good at attacking people anyway, so even if I'd move away.
You can wand me
Cast
again.
glitter
Bring it on.
dust
I'll
somebody.
take your. I'll take your magic missiles.
Are you
take
are you
them for
not
the
sure
team.
what to do?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do. Like, am I?
All right,
Am
great.
I?
Roll a percentage.
Okay.
Higher is better, lower is worse.
Turn in the middle.
Okay. Well, lower is worse. So,
Yeah, I'm just saying it's right in the middle, so it's not gonna be too terrible.
on
probably.
this turn, your paranoia is acting up very badly, and you're convinced that if you don't do something to stop the way Nataka is looking at you, you know how crazy she gets. That you're afraid that she's going
Yeah.
to hurt you very badly, so you're thinking that you need to hurt her back before she hurts you.
Well, I don't have a whole lot of pain, like hurting spells, really. But I mean, I
You
could
need
black
to do
tentacles.
something to
I could also just grease. I could just grease her or something too, maybe. But yeah, I'll just grease Nataka just so that way she can't get over to me. Like that sword, I'm like, Jesus Christ, that sword looks crazy. Where did you get something like that? And let's see. Actually, I'm gonna create like I'd probably create like a buffer between me and Nataka. So Nataka gets to make a reflex or get knocked down by grease, I guess.
Yep. I'll have to roll for her.
Yeah, DC.
I think it's set up in his sheet.
DC's 17 if I don't do anything with it. Okay. So not knocked prone, but at least is still like gonna have to make the acrobatics to move on that, and is gonna have to move at half speed if moved at all. So I'm stopping him from 5 foot stepping to me at least.
Okay. The fighting continues, but more and more of these elves begin to like die.
Uh-huh.
I guess on Ataka's turn, she kind of like steps away. Can she 5 foot? She can't 5 foot step out of it, can she?
I don't think so. She has to make an acrobatics to move. Although it might be something acrobatics might be something you ought to succeed on.
So she moves away, and I guess she says like, "Oh, what's going on, Araxi? What'd you do that for?" Valeria, it's your turn.
Is a sense motive like a move action or something?
Yeah, it's like a perception.
Okay. Does Araxi doesn't seem to be acting normal. Think this is like a domination or something, or what's going on?
You don't think it's a domination? You just think there's something of mind affecting her.
Mind affecting her.
Like a compulsion effect, probably.
It's actually not compulsion, but you know that she's not acting within her right.
Well,
She
I'll
looks
try this.
overcome by like paranoia and nervousness.
I'm gonna try and break enchantment on her.
I wonder if that's even gonna work.
I don't know.
Worth a shot, though. It might be. This might be an effect that times out too. I'm not sure exactly. Probably
might
better
be.
to get rid of it though.
Okay,
If
it's gonna
possible.
take
But
3
I don't
rounds
know
to
that.
cast that, by the way.
It is okay.
Yeah, it's
well,
or actually no, break enchantment's a
No,
1
it takes a
minute casting
minute.
time.
It takes a minute. It's
Oh,
gonna take 10
shit.
rounds to cast Break Enchantment.
Woo! Let's
I'm not
go.
gonna cast Break Enchantment.
Let's see what Araxi does for 10 rounds.
Yeah, we'll see what Araxi does. Maybe I'll try to remove fear on her. We'll do that instead. Maybe she's just afraid of us.
Okay. Is that something that you can cast on from that distance?
Yeah, it's close range.
Okay. On Araxi, you are unwilling though. You see her casting
Okay.
something, and you know that it can't be good, so you need to save.
What is it? A will save?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a will save. Oh, she saves.
I 22.
Yeah, you save.
Yeah, you feel it like come over you, and you don't know what it's gonna do, but you vehemently reject.
Yeah. No one messes with my mind, except for spooky ghosts. Those are allowed to mess with my mind.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Quilindra
I almost wonder if I just teleport
She
away.
backs up from where she is, and she yells to the others to like get her under control or something. Soft.
That Grease has got her under control.
She can
Not in the
teleport
grease.
around and punch you in the face.
That's true.
I could just dimensional slide over to you and punch you.
Alright. I'm gonna come over here. And I'm gonna put my hands up towards Araxi and say, "What are you doing?" But, you know, cautiously, because, I don't know, everybody's telling me she's acting weird. She casts Grease and she's freaking out. I think it's obvious by now.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm almost wondering if it would just make sense for Araxi just to teleport away. Like, everyone's gone. Like, she doesn't know where her friends are, right? Like, she doesn't see, or I guess either I see
No,
them
you
as
see-
enemies now. I see them as
Yeah, you see
enemies
them
now.
as
So
enemies.
I'm like, what do I do? All these freaking surfacers. So, if it's my turn now, I guess, or is it
It
something
goes
else
more
happen?
it goes past more than that. It's you believe that everyone is an enemy. So
Uh-huh.
Valyria just tried to cast something on you, and you see Safa raising her hands, and you know how dangerous her hands are. So
Yeah.
you have to do something to stop them.
Well, yeah, I could. That's what I'm saying. Could just teleport away. I could cast a spell on them. I don't know. So I'm wondering if it would make
Teleporting
sense
away
for me.
wouldn't be within the bounds of how you're
Okay,
feeling
that's
right.
fair then.
You're not just feeling afraid of them. You're feeling like they are terrible people that are going to do terrible things unless you stop. You're convinced that they are enemies.
Okay.
This is the boss
You're feeling
fight.
like almost like
and
a
if you
hate
don't
welling.
defeat it, the boss is gonna win.
Yeah, I know. I just hate having to like do
I'm
shit
still
like.
giving you limited control over them.
I know. I don't want to abuse it too much though, because like what I should do is I should just cast tentacles here on Valyria and Safa.
Or glitter dust.
If you're unsure what to do, I can have you roll.
No, I'll tentacles it. Tentacles! Black tentacles! It's gonna be real lots of fun for everyone. So let's see, Black Tentacles has a 20-foot radius spread. It's gonna be like from probably right here. So
Oh god. You're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
fucking
gonna be-
beat me to death with this spell.
this thing's so annoying sometimes. Can I just okay, I figured this out. Okay, hold on a second. I just did this. Can I put like an aura on like this? No?
Yeah, that's,
Damn. It's not letting me put an aura on like the dot. That would have been
I know how
awesome.
to fix it.
Because that would be the easiest way. Just throw an aura on it, and then that gives me a circle that at least me and the GM can see.
I think he means treat the dot like a token and give the token one of those
Yeah.
aura circles.
If I could turn the dot, that little dot I put there on the map, into a token,
40-foot radius.
I think you. Wait, I don't know.
20-foot radius.
20-foot radius. So it shouldn't hit me. It should just hit Safa and Valeria.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I think I'll live through this.
I don't see anything, so I don't know if it's working right or not. But anyway, it gets to do I get to do a CMB. It's gonna be 11 plus. Yeah, there we go. So that's hitting like everybody. Not hitting me and Nataka, but it's hitting everybody else. And yeah. Let's see, what's the CMB? It's gonna be 4 plus 1 for strength and size bonus, and then my caster level, so 11 more. So that's going to be a 16 plus 16, so d20 plus 16 CMB.
To grapple?
To grapple, it's a low roll, so I mean, it probably doesn't work on Safa.
I'm fine.
I think you got me. Wait,
Alright, you're
if
grappled.
I put haste on, yeah, even if I put haste on, I'm grappled.
You grappled, and the tentacles are going to do some damage to you.
Oh fuck.
I think it's a d6 plus 4 for tentacles, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, take that. And yeah, that's my turn. It has black tentacles.
Alright. I'll take it. More of the elves begin to kill each other and die, and the clashing of swords is starting to... The sounds you're hearing are starting to fade.
It'd be at like an intersection.
Nataka is like... Actually,
I think it's like barely slightly bigger than it's supposed to be, but whatever.
I guess she yells over to Araxi to like, snap out of it, like, something's not right with
Yeah.
Valeria, it's your turn.
As a free action, since it's an immediate action, I'm going to cast Liberating Command. I'm going to try to concentrate on it.
Alright, it's based on the CMD of the tentacles, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And the CMD is equal to 10 plus, it's basically the same as the roll I just did there, that plus 16, so CMD is 26.
Okay. So I need to get that plus the spell level or something?
I think so.
10 plus spell level plus the CMB of the spell.
Oh, it's a CMB? Oh,
Well,
in that case, it's
the
just plus
same
16
thing.
then.
I
That's
need
the
to
same
get
thing,
a 27.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like you got it.
So
It gives you a free
I'm
roll to get out
going-
of the grapple, right?
yeah, that gives me
with
an
a plus, like,
With a big, huge bonus.
yeah, that gives me an immediate action. I guess I'll take this as a swift action or something.
Yeah, that would be correct. If you're doing it on your own turn, it'd be a swift action.
To escape the grapple with the plus 20 to my CMB.
Yeah, you got
I
it.
think I escaped.
Yeah, you
And so that was what? In free swift standard freedom of movement on myself.
Don't you have wings?
And I'm gonna fly away.
do. Okay. You do.
Oh, that kind of a way.
Maybe I'll fly away over here. There we go.
Yeah, hopefully it's just an effect that times out, I guess, because it doesn't feel like you guys have any way to handle it other than having Safa come up and grapple me.
Oh,
Which is
that's
what you probably should
exactly
do.
what I'm coming to do.
That's
Now that
what you should
you're
probably do.
casting spells and not responding.
I tried to grapple you, and you're like, that's not how you grapple.
Yeah, no.
Quilindra remains where she is, not wanting to interfere with the. Salvatore.
Yeah, so I'm gonna manually roll this because it's just a number. I am going to.
It's difficult
can't
terrain,
just,
but
yeah,
I
I can't
think you can just move.
5-foot step in it,
Yeah, you can't. Also, it's gonna get to if you end your turn in the tentacles, it's gonna get a free attempt to grapple you. Although it's probably gonna fail because I think your CMD is like pretty high.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I'm gonna move up to you and then try to grapple you.
Yep, you know what my CMD is?
2.
17.
16.
Oh, that was
Oh,
So
well,
yeah,
pretty close.
yeah, you got
Mine's
me
17.
then.
Okay. Well, that's my
So I
turn.
think you got me
Grab her.
grappled. The tentacles are gonna attempt to grapple you back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let me
I don't think that works.
I don't think that'll change my number anyways, though. No.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, it's your turn, Araxi. Because she is attacking you effectively, you have to defend yourself and either try to escape the grapple or attack her back.
I mean, I can get out of the grapple really ridiculously easy. I just use my shift ability.
Okay.
It's a swift action ability that can just shift 25 feet. So it's going to get me out of it, but it does end my turn using it because it works like Dimension Door in that sense. So I shift 25 feet, probably. Where would I want to shift to? Over by Kalindra, I guess. Like she seems like there's less people over there, so I shift over to Kalindra.
Alright.
Dang
This
it.
round the phantasms begin to fade away, and you hear like the anguished cry of elves as it does pass. But you're still feeling paranoid, Araxi.
Okay.
Nataka is not sure what to do, so she doesn't do anything, and she stays here. I guess trying to like maybe thumb through her elixirs, see if there's anything she could find to help.
She'd throw a bomb at me.
She could.
I'd probably take like half my health from like one bomb.
Well, if
But,
you
you
become
know.
a serious threat, maybe, but yeah.
If I start throwing, I haven't done my my damage spell yet on you guys.
Oh, you haven't? Acid Splash?
You could say that.
Perhaps.
Or the acid spit thing? Well, last time I tried to help her, it didn't work. So I'm going. These things seem to be fading. I am going to. I'll go over and I will heal Safa with.
Are you gonna make that
inflict
acrobatics
wounds.
check to move into the grease?
No, I'm flying.
Oh, you're flying. That's right.
It is. It's half of my movement speed, so I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Wait, why are you healing me?
'Cause why not?
I'm barely hurt. Like one wand
Me
charge
too.
would heal me.
Cast heal on
just want-
Safa.
You just wanted
No,
to make
I'm
a
not
nice.
gonna cast heal. Okay, fine. I'll I'll channel to help everybody except for Safa because, you know.
Seriously, there's not a way
Undead
you can
stuff.
stop Araxi?
Nobody's taking any damage though. Like everyone's at full health except for you.
Is there a way I can Yeah, there's a way I can try to stop Araxi.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to silence her.
Yeah, that'll probably do. That'll do stuff.
That'll do stuff. You can't shift, or can
Go
you
ahead
shift?
and give me that will save.
you're
This
not-
No, I can
probably is not
shift.
gonna work.
Okay.
I can. Oh, you're putting it on me directly. Okay. That'd be a
Oh
26.
yeah, you're fine.
I thought you were just gonna throw it on the ground, like right next to me.
Well, you just shift away.
Quillendra's gonna 5-foot step away from you, and she's gonna try and stop you. I guess she begins to cast a spell, and she adds an elven joke with it, and you need to make a will save.
Hold on a second. What is this spell? I have 36 to spellcraft here.
You identify it as hideous laughter.
Ah, you fiend! Alright, well, if you just pepper me with them, I'll fail another will save maybe eventually. I got 25 this
Yeah,
time.
you say. So
Uh,
The save might have even been lower because I don't find elven humor funny, maybe. I don't know if I'd get that bonus. We're both humanoids, so...
I'm going to delay my action until after Araxi.
Raxi, you
Alright.
know that Quilindra and Valeria are trying to do stuff to you. You feel like
Yeah, I
Papa's
also know
not
they're
as
in a-
much of a threat.
But they're in a line here. I could totally hit them both.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I think I'm just gonna acid spray them. Just
Thanks.
right in a line here.
Thanks, buddy.
So
Alright, go ahead and
it's
cast your spell.
yeah, it's a DC 21 reflex save for
Oh.
partial.
I think it might be fine. Let me see.
You say that, but the one can happen.
Yes, but I have a lot of bonuses. And is Araxi
Hey, you met.
evil? Oh,
It's
oh,
DC
okay.
21.
Yeah.
She's not evil,
I could have boosted it.
but she's
made the DC
but she's
23.
acting like a bitch.
Yeah, just acting like a bitch.
I could have boosted to make it 23 with arcane pool, but I did not. So you meet the save, and you're only gonna take 21 instead of 42, unless you have evasion. I don't know if you do.
No.
You should have martial
that'd be
flexibility
too
to
good.
evasion.
I can't.
Alright, yeah, you guys take.
You don't have the, or is evasion even a feat?
I don't think you can get evasion.
No.
I can only martial flexibility combat feats. So if there was a
Yeah,
way,
it's a
I
class
could
feature.
do combat, yeah.
So I take 16.
Yeah. You can get it as a rogue talent, I think,
Oh, that
or
hurt.
as a rogue class feature normally
bad.
as well. But
Well, I mean, now I can use that heal.
Nataka sees you throw a deadly spell.
Wait,
She's
it's
like,
on
yeah,
the
there's a
Whoa.
bunch of
Oh yeah,
bunch
I
of
get to go
acid
now.
just shoot
Oh
out.
yeah, was it Tapa's turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, she delayed
That's
till
right,
after
yeah.
my turn. Yeah, it goes out this far, so right into the tentacles.
Yeah.
It does allow spell resistance, which is one of the things that's kind of lame about it.
Okay, we're gonna go back to classic Safa days here, and I'm gonna acrobatics my way over there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you
You
could
have to get to
totally
the-
knock her out.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's
Knockout hit.
see. So this is gonna be this number. Get on over there.
Lots of callbacks
There's
to
a
book
wall
2. I
there.
remember we had to fight Safa when she was mind controlled by the shadow demon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I dropped that weapon. I
Okay.
guess a long time ago.
It just sits on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just sits on the ground. It doesn't. It's not like a lot of those effects like that where it disappears.
Okay, I'm gonna call a knockout. I'm just gonna manually roll my attack. This is a
Okay.
armed.
I think you can't miss her.
A 1 would miss.
19.
Yeah, 19 hits.
Okay,
My AC is
so
18. I don't have
fortitude
shield up right now,
save?
so. If I had shield up, that would have missed, but I didn't cast shield. I was pretty sure it wasn't going to do anything
DC
against a
19.
banshee anyway. Okay.
Haha.
Hey, there we go. I rolled a 12, so
Okay,
I think
well-
you knocked me unconscious.
Yeah. Yeah, you hit her and roll the damage. And I think it's since it's
Oh,
unarmed, you
shit.
can make it be
Only one
non-lethal.
round. God damn it.
That might be enough to break the effect since I was unconscious, though. I don't know.
Quick, tie her up.
I don't know. Hold on, let me roll the damage. Yeah, it's gonna be non-lethal, but my fists do hurt right now because of power attack.
No, you didn't turn power attack off? What? I guess
I
that's your
forgot.
backup plan, is just to do enough non-lethal damage.
Oh, it didn't
So
have
10
like
plus
plus
what?
12. That's weird. Okay.
So
So
22.
22 non-lethal. Okay.
Yeah.
You hit her pretty hard.
Yeah, it's payback. She did 21 damage to me. I'm doing just a little bit more
You
to
knock her lights out.
Yep.
You will play
Alright,
this
nice.
game, Rex?
Nataka's like flailing about like, everybody stop it. Valyria,
Your
what do you do?
constant fighting is tearing this family apart.
Well, it doesn't look like Araxi's going to be knocked out for that long.
Nah, she's a fighter.
I'm a selective channel and not channel for Araxi because I think we're gonna have to knock her out and then I'm gonna have to break her enchantment. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Okay, so is that what you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna selective channel. I'm gonna move
Okay.
somewhere. So if anybody else took damage,
Oh, I rolled too high on my 2-hit against Valyria earlier, now I think that, because I had the Inspire Courage buff still on, which probably would have not been on me if I was viewing Kolindra as an enemy. That's okay, though.
Kolindra takes another step back and she stays where she is. Safa?
I'm
Let's go
actually
over
after
here.
Araxi now on the initiative.
Oh, right. So Raxi's knocked out,
Yes.
and it's your turn, Safa.
Okay.
Hey, it
So
was
now
one round,
she's
so I think
starting to wake up.
I think I'm... Yep. But I'm still prone, even though I'm not... Like,
Yeah.
I didn't get tripped, but I can still be prone, so I'm prone right now.
Mm-hmm.
Means my AC versus melee attacks is 14.
Okay. I do it again.
Okay.
With a knockout punch.
Yeah, I have two of them, so I'm gonna knock you out again. Maybe this time around.
Plus, if
I
that fails,
won't- I
you can
won't
full
power
attack me
attack.
for non-lethal.
Yeah, well, I don't. That's dangerous. I don't want to do that. You can't stop the huts. 20. So right now it's just an effective 20.
Yeah, you only miss on a 1.
You hit.
42.
This time I get a 15
And she
for
goes
fort
up.
save.
Okay. No, you
I'm
did not
rolling low
save.
on these ones.
All right, 2 rounds now.
Okay. She's back to being unconscious.
I look up like behind me. I don't see Valyria, but I'm like, guys, because I don't want to keep.
okay, I'm
punching
actually gonna
her
try to
accent.
break enchantment on her this time.
That takes like full 10
So you're
rounds
gonna
to
go over to her
cast.
like,
Oh, I gotta do
and
my
like yeah,
damage.
1
Yeah,
minute.
I know. I'm
Okay,
gonna go over
so-
here where I can see like
So
all of
96.
this space, and I'm going to start
Start casting.
I'm guessing you
casting,
land there to cast it,
Okay.
yeah?
Yeah, I'll land there to cast
So
it.
you don't have to make
So,
a fly check to hover every round.
I'm gonna skip because Araxi's knocked out for 2 rounds, and assuming nobody else does anything else.
Well, I mean, tying up her's pointless because she's just gonna shift. So yeah, I know better now.
Okay, so Araxi, you finally wake up on Safa's turn 2 rounds later, and you're feeling normal now.
Except
Okay.
for bruised, maybe.
Yeah, you
So-
do feel like hurt.
Yeah.
I'm like
Not
punching you in the
lethally,
temple
but-
or
Wait, how
something, like a knockout. Not
Like, how much damage was the second attack for again? I actually didn't add that into my non-lethal
12.
damage. 12, okay. So yeah, I'm not quite at half health non-lethal damage, but
That's good.
pretty close.
Sleep
So
it
yeah, I'd
off.
probably get up and then be like, or start trying to get up. I don't know if anybody reacts, and then say, "Whoa, what's going on?" Do I remember what happened? Like I remember that I was attacking them.
Yeah, you
Oh.
do. And you
So I guess I'd say
suddenly-
then. I don't know what came over me. I'm sorry. Something about the battle that was going around me. Just I don't know. I don't know what came
Well,
over me.
just for safekeeping, I'll put my hands on your shoulders to prevent you from standing. And if this is true, then I'll know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna do anything. I'll stop myself from getting up if you do that then.
Okay, so you don't like shift
You
away.
had suddenly lost sight of who was friend or foe.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take my hands off your shoulders, and I'm like, oh, okay. What came over you though?
I don't know. It just felt like everyone was.
That's for Safa.
It felt like the whole battle was raging around me, and that everybody was. It was just like a feeling of betrayal that I needed to stop everyone. I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of sympathy effect for the banshee or something.
You know that hurt, right?
I'm sorry, Elia. Hopefully
You'll have
I
to
never do that again.
Shit happens. I think I can trust Araxi more than some of the other people we've encountered.
Maybe Araxi breaks down and cries a little bit. Not sure what she was doing.
I don't know if I go that far, but
Yeah, I don't think she's.
But she definitely
Araxi
like
probably
is.
doesn't understand how to cry because a mermaid doesn't necessarily, you know, if you're crying tears in the water, then how does that work?
Yeah, they don't do anything exactly. There's
You
no such
shed-
thing as a
you-
mermaid
You
tear.
shed bubbles out of your eyes when you're sad.
But yeah, I don't know. It was just strange. I felt like there was this battle going on, and I felt like I thought I felt one of you guys attack me or something, but maybe it was one of the ghosts or something. I don't know, but just felt like the whole world was against me.
Well, the banshee's gone, and those ghosts are gone. So, I think everything's okay.
Yeah, we should see if we can get out of the if we can get out of here. If we can go through the gate now.
What about
I suppose, right?
those items on that skeleton?
Yeah, we should probably check those as well. I suppose. She was probably using that same sword against us, or at least some sort of ghostly version of it, right? Was it the same sword?
It looked like it could be the same sword. It's this
Yeah.
like slightly
I'm pretty sure that was
curved,
her.
long blade.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's an elven curve blade or something, but
It's actually not a curved
probably.
blade.
Oh, it's not?
It's a long sword.
Interesting.
Yeah, you said long.
It's just a long sword that. Oh, okay. So Taka could use it, I guess. We have like a party that just doesn't
Safa
like
could
just generally. Safa could with martial flexibility.
Yeah.
There are also, if you guys are checking items and stuff right now, which you can do since we're out of comp. There were other things here that Safa was gonna find
Oh yeah.
after the book.
Yeah, I got distracted. I was like, here's a journal, and Araxi just starts reading, and I'm like, what's over here?
Yeah. I kept trying to identify that sword, but I kept getting distracted as well. Like, then you hear something, like, oh, oops, and then you see a haunt, and like, oh, okay, I don't identify it. So let's see. Haste is gonna wear off because it only lasted for like 11 rounds. So let's see. Yeah, but the heroism will last. The heroism lasts for like literally 2 hours from whenever I cast it. Actually, I guess the haste technically for me lasts 12 rounds because of the alchemical thing I have. It's on the alchemist spell list, so I get to cast it at
dang.
one
I would have
higher
done
spell
like
level.
4 less non-lethal damage. I was still inspired. Wait, does inspire do damage?
Yeah. Yes, inspire gives you damage.
Yeah, so it would have been 4 less. She stopped her performance unless she had lingering, but that's what I hate about like Hero Lab or even like Roll20. It's like when you turn things on and then you forget to turn them off or something.
And then you forget you had them on, yeah. Yeah, I forgot to turn it off before I did the attack against Valeria of the attack opportunity. Large steel shield, 2 potions look different in color, a suit of elven chainmail, a mithril chain shirt that looks like what looks like a wand, and a bastard sword. Okay. Well, I can try to identify things, I suppose. I'll just start going down the list. Starting with the large steel shield, I suppose. Let me find the spellcraft button. So I do still have, like I said, heroism lasts for 2 hours, so I probably still have that. So it's a 28.
The steel shield has been enchanted once, and is a +1 steel shield.
Okay, so that's probably just something we sell. 2 potions are different things, so I gotta roll 2 for the potions. So a 33 and a 26 again. Or no, that one was a 28, so a 26 this time for that one. And a 33.
One potion is a potion of Eagle's Splendor, and the other is a potion of Cure Moderate Wounds. All at minimum caster
Okay.
level.
Okay. Anybody want the Eagle Splendor? I guess Valeria maybe
No.
wants it, I would guess.
I have a headband, so I can't.
I suppose I could take it.
Theoretically, you might want to use it for some, like, if you need
Yeah.
3 minutes of charisma bonus. I don't know. We might just end up
30
selling
minutes?
it the first.
Isn't it just 3 minutes?
I did say 3 minutes.
Okay.
So yeah, in
I
case
can
you need
use
3
it
minutes
to
of charisma
trade
bonus.
with the elves and
With those
irises.
elves, yeah. If we go back to those guys and be like, here's a potion of Eagle Splendor. It'll make you fabulous. And then the potion to cure light
added
wounds.
it.
How's everybody doing on cure light wounds? Did you just grab that one?
Well, that's Cure Moderate.
Oh, this one's cure moderate. Okay.
You can take it. Oh, yeah, just take it.
I don't think I have a cure moderate wounds. I just have a cure light wounds right. No, I have 4 potions of cure moderate wounds right now. I guess that means I have 5 now. Unless you
I
want
have
it.
1. I'll take it.
Okay, you take it then. All right. The next thing on the list is a elven chainmail. All right. Let's see what the elven chainmail is. Hopefully. Oh yeah, I probably know. 41.
That's been enchanted twice for +2 to its enhancement bonus.
Okay,
And in case you don't know, Elven Chain works like it's basically Mithril.
Oh, so actually, if you have
You
medium
treat it as
armor
light
proficiency,
armor.
yeah, it's really good then. If you have medium armor proficiency, I don't know if anybody here has medium armor proficiency
Arcane
though.
spell failure is 20. Dex bonus max is +4, and it only has a -2 armor check penalty.
I do not.
I think it's probably really valuable at least though.
You said it's mithril?
It counts as
It's
mithril,
treated
yeah.
like Mithril.
So yeah,
So
it is a medium armor
does
though.
that make it light for me?
Yes,
It,
you treat it like
it works
light
like
armor.
light, but I think you still need the medium armor proficiency though, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
But in terms of like, it doesn't impact your move speed at all though.
Oh, then yeah.
If
I can't wear it.
Well,
yeah,
I don't
but
know.
there is
It says this one. It says that it's treated in all ways like light armor. So I don't know if that supersedes the
which
Oh, maybe then.
I would
mithril quality.
imagine so. That's kind of how it sounds. What is it? It's
So it might be-
chainmail plus what?
It's called Elven Chain.
+2. They might have it listed as Elven Chain in there. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a thing called Elven Chain. It's under specific magic armor.
Not, I don't see
Yep,
it
Elven
here.
Chain. I see it.
Under medium armor?
Under Magic Custom and
Specific
Masterwork
magic
armor. Yeah, it's a specific one. If you just type in Elven Chain without,
Oh,
like,
it's
you don't go to
already
the
on the
custom
list.
one. You just, yes, it's already on the list.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay.
So I guess just see if it works on your character sheet, I suppose, and it's probably configured correctly in Hero Lab.
I want to make sure this doesn't.
It says it's in Hero Lab. When I added it, just makes it mithril.
I don't think this one has the +2 enchantment for it though. Like,
Well, I mean, this one that you identified has a
oh, I
+2
can
enhancement.
increase it to that. So
Damn,
yeah, it
Hero
looks
Lab's
like
bugged
it's
for-
listed.
Oh my god.
It looks like it's just creating it as a. I can't tell. I wouldn't know anyway because I don't have either proficiency. So, but it's a +8 armor penalty or armor bonus for it. It looks like max dex a +4 and a -2 armor check penalty. But that does double the armor check penalty if you're not proficient, I think, and gives you like a penalty to extra stuff or something like that, or maybe it doesn't double it and it just I don't remember exactly how it works. It's been a long time since I really played around with like stuff I'm not proficient with.
Well, it says I
Yeah,
can
no, it just gives you-
wear it.
Yeah, well, you can always wear stuff you're not
No,
proficient in.
that
It just
Elven
gives
Chain
you.
is gauntlets.
It also includes gauntlets. What you want to check for is when you put it on, look at your armory tab over there that has their weapons and see if it's giving you a penalty of -2 to your attack rolls when you put it on. If it's decreasing your attack rolls, then that means you're not proficient with it. Also, I guess it would have the little circle thing next to it. And that would tell you if it's counting it as medium or light armor, basically. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and remove it from my sheet here because I don't think I'm going to be using it.
No, it's not changing it.
Okay, then you're probably proficient with it. You're probably totally good to use it if you want. That's a +2
Yeah, it
light
says
armor,
it's
basically.
treated in all ways like light armor.
Yeah, so I think you're good on it with it.
Something about
this-
So
Elven
this is a
smithing makes it
+2
really nice.
Elven Chain then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright.
So it should give it a. It should make it a +8 bonus, basically, to your armor.
Yeah, that's gonna be a +2 for me overall, switching armors.
Yeah. And it's only a -2 armor check penalty, so it's pretty good. Let's see, the mithril chain shirt, I get a 30 for that.
You identify it as it's a +1 with a special quality on.
Okay. Do I know what the special quality is, or do I just know it has a special quality?
It is a +1 shadow chain shirt.
Shadow chain shirt.
Oh no, wait, hold on, it's
Alright.
improved. It's the second tier then. It's improved shadow. Basically, it gives the wearer a +10 competence bonus on stealth checks.
Okay. And that's a +1 mithril chain shirt, so that's like a +5 to AC.
+1 mithril improved shadow chain shirt.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know if anybody in this party really could use it. I mean, unless Coindra wants it or something.
Well, I can, but
Maybe
I
she
got
can use
this Elven thing now.
Yeah, the chain mail is probably better for you.
What does this shadow feature do, or whatever it is?
It just gives you
It
a
gives you a
+10.
+10 bonus to stealth.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't care about being stealthy. That's the beauty of a brawler. Loud and proud.
Yeah, we don't really have anyone that in this party that really could use it, so that's probably just something we'll sell.
So,
The wand, that might be something we can use. Wait, where's the bouton? There it is.
You identify it as it's a caster level 8th with 21 charges, wand of fireballs.
That's pretty useful.
there you go.
Gives me another damage thing I can use. Yeah, I can't really prepare. I don't like preparing that spell myself because it uses 2 slots, but as a wand, it's totally useful. Okay, I guess I'll take the wand if nobody objects to that.
Sure.
And then the bastard sword. I don't think anybody's going to want to use that, so we'll probably end up selling that, but...
Wait, what kind
The
of
bastard sword.
I don't know yet.
Well, let's find out. I'm interested. Now
You'd have
that
to
I
take,
saw
like,
myself go from not handling that long sword to handling it, I'm confident more in it.
Yeah.
So let's see, it's 15 plus the caster level of the item, so your 28 gets it.
It was a 30, actually, because I have
Oh, 30?
heroism.
Okay.
Yep.
This bastard sword has been enchanted 3 times.
Ooh.
Hmm.
This is actually quite a significant weapon, and it looks very nice too. The I don't know what you call the handle, I guess it's the shaft and the pommel look like normal like cold iron, but the blade itself almost looks like alien in design. It looks otherworldly,
Mm-hmm.
and you identify it as it's a +2 cold iron evil outsider bane bastard sword.
Holy
damn.
shit, that's good.
That is really useful.
Plus 2 evil outsider.
Outsider Bane,
Mhm.
bastard sword.
So
With
just put
cold
my name
iron.
on this thing.
Yeah. So
Do
something
we
like this
deal
is
with
really good
outsiders
against like
much?
demons. Yeah, demons. This is particularly strong against demons. Because the cold iron...
And devils.
Yeah, and devils for that matter. But the cold iron gives you, lets you overcome a lot of their DR, but also the fact that it's effectively a +4 weapon against any demons and devils. Or any
Okay.
other evil outsider.
Yep.
So...
I should carry that.
Yeah, and Asha, technically. If you hit Asha with this, then she takes a fuck ton of damage.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I mean,
Or Valeria,
nobody else can
'cause
use
she's
it
an
in this
outsider.
party.
No, I'm not an
Oh, she's
evil
not evil.
outsider.
Yeah, you're not an evil outsider, though.
Okay, so we'll carry it and we'll make use of it.
Yeah. They'll probably... I mean, Tree Razor, for example. Although, we're not gonna fight Tree Razor if we run into him. I'm just saying. We're not gonna do it. We're gonna get out of there if we see Tree Razor, hopefully. If he doesn't just insta-kill us.
Right.
I've seen his stat block.
Isn't
and
there?
it's not
Did we
good.
already identify the longsword over here?
No,
This
I haven't
other
got to
stuff?
that yet.
No.
I have not got to that one yet. So
We found a lot of stuff.
I was just doing the stuff in the first room. Yeah.
Apparently there was a war
I'm just going
here
one at a
and
time.
These magical things survived, so I'm guessing they were
I mean-
the lieutenants of whatever.
I'm hoping you guys aren't being impatient about it. I kind of feel like Derek's not even here anyway, so I think it's fine to go through all the items. As
Yeah,
well,
that's
too.
fine.
Take our time going through it. Plus, so I'm curious though. Okay, so here's one thing I want to do though before we move on. I want to ask Kalindra if she knows anything about this sword because it seems like it might be a famous sword. You know, like you don't just have effectively like this is almost an epic weapon. It's not quite, but
She looks at it and she says, I don't remember anything about that sword in particular.
Okay, those were the shot.
But I do know that this fortress was stationed here as an outpost against the demonic host in the Tanglebriar, because that's where this Ayudara gate goes. That the elves were using this place as basically as a way to immediately get forces into Tanglebriar without
Makes
actually
sense.
being next to Tanglebriar.
Yeah, makes sense then. Like, why this weapon would be here. Okay. Well, it's a cool weapon at least. It's too bad that we don't really have anyone that can like really fully use it, but I think Safa with it would be pretty awesome anyway with martial flexibility, so
She can improvise.
Yeah.
might be pretty cool. I guess I'll move on to the stuff down the other room then, starting with the longsword. It's a 36. Maybe my token down there, I suppose.
I wanted to move my token.
I finished casting Break Enchantment on Araxi just in case.
Okay, you do. Anything that might have been affecting her might have gotten dispelled.
Maybe.
I think she's insane, but not cursed.
Yeah, that's correct. I have an insanity, but Break Enchantment doesn't do anything about that. You're gonna have to use heal for that someday.
You guys walk
Yeah,
over
but I don't
here
have any reason to
to
heal you.
Yeah.
whatchamacallit. You're gonna go inspect all the items and stuff.
Right. Does something happen before I get to the items? Before I get to
Yeah.
the corpse? Okay.
Everybody sees, including Araxi and Nataka and Kulindra and everything like that the skeleton is standing up, and it has the sword in its hands, and it stabs itself.
Oh, suicide.
And it
Yep.
lets out this horrible, horrible cry as it slumps to the ground. And everybody needs to give me a will save.
So suicide
Oh
would make
no,
a
not
banshee?
again. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's not just
I'm
suicide.
gonna use
It's
my
something.
thing.
It's the circumstances of the female elf's death have to be particularly traumatic.
Yeah.
So this whole
So it's not-
situation
it
that
doesn't-
happened here was traumatic. And then
Yeah.
her being left
The suicide was
alone.
probably factored in though.
Where is that button? I'm gonna re-roll my roll.
Your 1 a day reroll.
Yeah.
I probably failed it again. 'Cause 22 is my roll, but maybe not though.
Okay.
I mean, this isn't.
Safa, yours is 21.
A lot
or
of
do you
these
have
saves are right
heroism?
in that area.
If it's a mind effect.
I think her heroism is built in. Yeah, there is a +2 versus mind affecting, so it would be a 23 if it's mind affecting, which a lot of will stuff is. If it's an illusion, maybe not, but like a what do they call them, glamour, whatever.
Okay.
Here it is. There goes my good fortune.
Well then, Nataka, Safa, and Araxi are gonna fail this.
Yep.
So Valyria is the only one. Like for a moment, she succumbs to it, and then she snaps out of it somehow.
She rewrites fate.
But this image is so like sudden and disturbing and horrific that all three of the people that failed feel this flood of like terrible emotion overcome you, and you suddenly just lose like some of your personality.
Mm-hmm. So it's some drain, I'm guessing. Oh goodness. Hope it's not drain.
It's not drain, this is just damage, but the three of you take 8 points of charisma damage.
Ouch. Hopefully they didn't drop
You
anybody to
lose, like,
0.
part of your personality, and it just feels like nothing you do
Actually,
like
check
matters.
Nataka, because Nataka might be at 0 charisma. After taking 8 damage.
Yeah, she has exactly 8 charisma.
Yeah. So she's in a coma,
Oh,
I think.
she's unconscious.
Yep, Nataka falls to the ground. She's catatonic.
I can fix this.
Well, I'm at a -4.
Let's
So
see.
I'm probably
Normally
just
I
like
have
picking
16
up things and
charisma.
tossing them, and maybe every once in a while a pebble will just hit Araxi because I'm not paying attention. I'm tossing it over my shoulder.
Yeah. Well, the good
I'm
news
gonna
is
try to
I
heal
have
Nataka.
high charisma, so I'm doing okay. You have
And yeah,
another heal
like
prepared?
the skeleton is in the same position as it was before, and it's uncertain whether it actually moved at all.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to start rolling my. Well, I could build the damage. Let's see. I think I can put the ability damage in here somewhere. There's a spot for it in here, right? Yeah, damage, charisma 8. Do I have to enter it as
Hail
negative
Nataka.
8 like you do with drain? I don't know. I guess we'll find out if my numbers get inflated or something.
Gloria,
You heal her.
Hmm?
headband not work anymore. Fix it.
Mm. I'll work on that tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I imagine so. I get like 8 charisma now, so I imagine like I'm much less like confident now. I suppose.
Okay, Nataka comes. Well, I mean, she's still unconscious, but I guess she'll come out of her coma.
Yeah, I imagine like Araxi
As you
probably
heal.
like kind of just like doing like a heavy sigh and like has much less, is not as it's like I guess we got to do this now. And I'm gonna try to go over and let's see if this applied correctly for this spell. Oh, spellcast and int-based check. It's not gonna affect that at all. Okay, cool. We're good. So I'm gonna try to identify starting with the sword. So 38 to identify the sword. Assuming
Ooh,
nothing happens when I pick it
36.
up.
38.
Yeah,
Well, you
I've
touch it,
heroism
and
still.
this time you can touch it. So, oh man, this if you thought the other sword was cool, this one's pretty cool looking.
Oh jeez. I'm gonna.
Or, well,
weapon
this one's
collect
pretty-
people. I'm gonna do it. Capri did.
I mean, maybe it might not be super cool because you guys have the ability to do this, but the fact that you can do it without the spell is really neat on this one.
Oh,
But
okay.
this is a cold iron sword, just like
Okay.
most of the other weapons you find. It's been enchanted twice to increase its potency, so +2. But when you like handle it and stuff, the blade, like it's so like its curved shape just makes it feel like it flows so well. Like if you were to like swing it, and maybe it even like feels blurry or looks blurry too if you do like swing it a little bit. This is a +2 cold iron speed longsword.
Okay, it's pretty good.
Long sword.
So we got a +2
You can
Bane
it gives you
bastard
an extra
sword?
attack naturally.
Yeah, without having it doesn't stack with haste, but otherwise it's still
Right.
kinda it's pretty good.
I think
It's a
So
+3
the other one was-
enhancement.
Oh, the other one. This one's a +3, or the other one was.
Well,
No,
speed
this is
itself is a
+2
+3 enhancement.
Oh, yeah.
Speed. So that comes
yeah.
out to it being like a +5
plus
total
5
enhancement
weapon.
bonus. Longsword.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, if it had one higher enhancement bonus or like any other ability, basically, it would be an epic weapon.
so. I'll put this in my inventory.
Just shy.
But I feel like this is something we should sell.
Probably.
Okay.
I think the
Because you guys always haste me, and if I'm ever gonna use a weapon, it's gonna be because
if
of
it's not
evil
haste, it's Battle of
outsiders.
Fervor. Yeah.
And this is like
if it's not-
52,330 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the most valuable piece of treasure we've gotten in this campaign. I don't know when we'll get a chance to sell it, like when we'll be somewhere where you can sell it, but...
Well, like I said, I'll hold on to it now and maybe make use of it somehow. Maybe not, I don't know, but...
I mean, I suppose it wouldn't be that hard. We could always plane shift somewhere like... we could just plane shift to whatever the city there that's in the fire plane, for example. And definitely sell it somewhere like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine, like, I know I for sure have an item of knowledge planes. I probably would know about that place, for example, and be able to be like, we'll just go there. Like, so we can find places that you could sell it if we needed to, but that's probably not. That's probably a little ways out. Okay, let's move on to the next one then. The next one is another chain shirt, right? Or chain mail?
It's elven chain.
Is it the same as?
So it's chain mail.
Yeah, it's the same as the other chain mail we found, the +2, right? Or is it something different? Like the one that Safa grabbed?
Let me tell
Maybe it's better than the one Safa has. Like it has an extra effect.
So you rolled 30?
That's correct.
I think that's barely. I think you're too. No, I think you had it even without the +2, but it was a very close check.
Yeah.
Because the caster level of this thing is like 13.
Some lucky
But
spellcraft.
But yeah, when you identify it, it is way better than the one that Safa has right now. Like, this armor was definitely made to protect somebody important. So in addition to being Elven Chain, it's been enchanted 3 times to increase its effectiveness. So it's a +3 Elven Chain, and it also has a special quality on it. It's enchanted with moderate fortification.
Oh. Safa, you probably want this instead of that other armor.
Oh. Okay. Is it
This is
made
a
of
It's better.
+6
It's mithril,
bonus armor.
It's mithril again,
Does
yeah.
it have a name? Like an appropriate name? Or no?
If it does, you don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. We'd have to... I don't know,
I
we
actually
can
can
check
just
the...
cast Legend Lore
journal.
next level, right?
I would have access to it at least. I don't know if that's what I'm going to take, like, next level, but I'd be able to get it.
Okay, I'll put that one. I mean, it's only. I mean, the fortification part I'll have to figure. Check that out, see what that is.
One thing that's kind of neat is next level I can take an offensive teleport spell, basically. Like, something that teleports other people away. Bad guys away, and just like, you get out of here. It's a delayed effect, though. Like, if they have an ally there, they can break them out of it. Because it encases them in ice and then teleports them after like 3 rounds or something. It like paralyzes them, but if they fail the will save. But if
So I
somebody
have a
runs up and has like a
50%
way to
chance to
break them out.
negate sneak attacks and crits.
Yes.
But then I also
Yeah.
have a +4 bonus to critical confirms. So nice. Okay. I don't think I'm getting crit anymore, guys. At least very rarely.
The critical confirm bonus.
That's something
is to
different, though,
your
because
own
that's for your
crits.
crits.
No. My turtle shell.
Oh, you have something that gives you... Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's a +4 to your AC versus crit confirms, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're probably not getting crit very often, then.
Mm-mm. That's nice.
So that's 1 higher AC than the other one was giving you, so... You came out with +3
Yeah.
AC out of this, I think, right? There's still also a ring and a... What was the other thing on here? Let me scroll back up. It was a ring and a... Jesus. Did I already pass it? I must have already passed. Aha! A ring and a necklace. Okay, so let's do the ring first.
The ring.
And then I'll roll
Okay.
I'll roll them both, actually. Ring and the necklace. Ring for
You get
32,
30
necklace for 34.
So the ring is a ring of protection +3.
Alright, that's probably an upgrade for everybody. Anybody that wants, whoever ends up getting it. And what's the amulet? Do I know that one for 34?
The necklace is a. This is a. It's in the shape of a little like beetle,
Okay.
and it is a scarab of protection.
Nice. I think I know what those are. It gives you a resistance bonus or something to
It gives you spell resistance
certain
20,
things.
and it absorbs
okay.
energy draining, death effects, and negative energy effects. But it only has 6 more absorptions from the max 12.
But it also has a really tedious active ritual.
The spell resistance?
No, to activate the item.
Oh.
Because I have that on one of my enemies, and I read the description, and if I recall correctly, you gotta do something stupid to start it, and it only goes for
I don't think so.
many...
It just says
just
that
have
if you
to
hold it
hold
for
it.
1 round, an inscription appears letting you know that it's a protective device, and as long as you're wearing it, you get all the bonuses.
I'll pull it up in Fantasy Grounds. Or, oh, no,
Scarab
it's
of
in Hero
Protection.
Lab.
Here it is. It's in Hero Lab. It's held for 1 round. Inscription appears on its surface, letting the holder know it's a protective device. Okay.
Yeah, held for one
so I
round.
probably-
So you gotta pull it out and hold it, and...
Yeah.
No,
No.
that's just
just
to let
tells
you
you it.
know.
Yeah. So if you're
So
wearing it,
when
you get spell
Araxi
resistance
is holding
20.
it to spellcraft it, it's like, this is a protective device, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Hmm,
Yeah, it
maybe
tells
this
her.
is easier to identify
It basically
now."
is super easy to identify, basically, even if I hadn't rolled good on my, and actually that's a really high caster level too for it. It's CL 18.
Oh.
And let's see.
Well, you hit a 34.
It's already, I did hit a 34, yeah. It has already used 6 charges for absorbing, energy draining attacks, death effects, and negative energy effects. That's still really good, though. The one thing that is obnoxious about it, in my opinion, is honestly, I think having spell resistance is kind of obnoxious because you have to take like a standard action to lower it to even get like buffs and stuff if they
Yeah.
aren't able to overcome it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so somebody might want that. I don't think I
The
even
spell
have.
resistance is always. Yes, it doesn't
Yes.
absorb effects while using the spell resistance.
That's correct.
As long as the item's existing
The
on
spell
the
resistance is
individual.
separate. Yeah, the spell resistance is separate from the 12 absorptions, or the 6 in this
No.
case, because it's already used half, right?
That counts against
Oh, actually,
it because...
if you use all of them, the whole thing breaks though. But you don't like
Yeah.
if your spell resistance counters something, like it's not going to use up an effect.
No, it does.
It does?
Oh, it does.
Because it says the scarab's possessor gains spell resistance 20, period. The scarab can also absorb, which would mean that the
I
spell
see.
resistance counts as an absorb.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's so you don't want to be wearing this just in general usually because it might absorb something stupid. But if you know
Yeah.
you're going into a really tough fight, you might wear it. Or we might just sell it. I don't know.
I say sell it.
It's not worth as much because half the charge is already used up, but
Well, bargain. I
yeah.
don't know.
yeah. Okay, so that's a valuable item at least, though. It
Oh,
might be
no.
worth holding
That
on to.
wording looks dubious. I'll take what the GM says, but the wording is dubious and unspecific.
I don't think it's worth like wearing in general because, like I said, you're gonna.
I know it
use
doesn't
those up on-
explicitly state that the spell resistance absorbs attacks, but
based on like the syntax of the English, it should count.
I mean, he's right, and the only reason why I'm gonna say he's right is because a certain individual that you guys are fighting right now is wearing one of those, and the way it's written into her stat block is very specific. I'm not gonna give you any more details than that, but he is right. At least by Paizo's standards, or vision of it. I don't know what I'm saying.
Hey, I think I know what the person who's attacking us 5 times is wearing.
Oh god, I told you guys she's got like a bazillion fucking magical items on her. She's like a
Oh, I
fountain
know,
of
and we
magic.
already knew she had spell
Yeah.
resistance. Now we know where it's coming from.
Well, she also has other spell resistance, believe it or not, but they don't stack. I also
Yeah.
learned that they don't stack, so
Yeah, they just take the highest.
You just take the highest.
right.
Yeah.
one.
There's an item here called
Anyway.
Scarab of Kepri.
Oh Jesus, Kepri's a scarab now.
Oh, this is a Scarab of Kepri. It's something from Mummy's Mask, it looks like.
Oh, maybe that's how he got Kepri's
Alrighty.
name or something.
Maybe. I mean, Kepri's also the name of an Assyrian god.
Oh, God.
Who wants the wait? Before we go any further, who wants the ring of the ring of protection +3? Because I think that's an upgrade for just about anybody.
Right.
I think people have +2s. I have a +1, but
I have a
I already
probably
got plenty of upgrades, so you guys can take it.
right. So I guess who
I mean,
who do we want to give AC
It gets
to
me
most?
from 19 AC to 21 AC. Oh boy.
Right. I'm in like a similar boat where it bumps you from 17 to 19, so it doesn't really make that big a difference.
I mean, no, those are different.
I think it is, but a lot of the stuff we're fighting hits both those ACs on 2s anyway, so I don't know. I think out of the two of us, it probably is better on Valyria. Maybe it'd be good on Nataka as well. I don't know. Nataka tends to be in weird,
probably
like bad
Nakaka,
situations sometimes as well.
Because Araxi can shift and Valyria can fly. Nataka can too, but
So-
it's based on a potion, I guess.
I think Nataka might have a +2, so maybe I don't know. I guess we'll wait until beginning of next
She
session
does
or
have a
something.
plus
Just to,
two.
yeah, and we'll probably just give Nataka the +3, and then like I can take the +2, and then sell the Ring of Protection +1, just like do hand me down. And that's probably the way to go.
I'll get a companion so you can hand me it down to it.
I'm not sure if Nataka. I have to check too, because I don't know if it was something Nataka bought with, like if Derek bought it with his own money, basically. I'll have to keep track of that, I suppose. Or like maybe he just keeps it, and I just keep the +1, so you can like sell it back and get something
Well,
different.
he does. He has a amulet of protection, doesn't he?
That's for his resistance bonus.
Oh, amulet of resistance. Okay, right. Okay.
Yeah, I actually don't have any amulet at all, so I almost would be tempted to take the Scarab if it didn't have like the whole thing where it breaks randomly. So I think
Well-
okay, so I think we are ready to go in that case then.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we're probably not going too much further because yeah.
Yeah, it's late
Well-
and we don't have Nataka.
Right, and I think this is probably a decent spot to stop. But we might be able to go through the portal
Well, I
and see
mean,
what's
we
on the other
can-
side.
Yeah, we can go on to that.
At least end on like knowing what's on the other side of the portal and knowing what we have to look forward to next week.
Okay.
Assuming that we can get through the portal, so like you think so was this actually what was stopping us to get out? I say wearily because I have charisma damage.
I'm gonna take the other elven chain. The one that Safa's not
Soph is
wearing.
probably being
The
like
+2?
that, brat kid,
Yeah, the +2.
where it's like, can we go now? It's not coming off very well, obviously.
Yeah, 'cause you have like 4 charisma or something right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still wise and smart, but obviously it's like my like.
Yeah, I know, and I'm down to 8 from my normal. I normally have 16. I have 8 now. I'm like, like just sighing heavy, like, this is such a chore.
Well, Coolinger says that now that that vile specter is gone, let's hope that any like curse or something that had been on this on this Ayudara, like is lifted.
If you
Yeah,
say
hopefully.
so. Whatever. Just make it happen.
She smiles back to you, patience, dear Safa.
I've had just about enough of ancient elven fortresses. Although,
She puts her amulet of her sapphire amulet to the gate, and for a few minutes nothing happens, and then there's like a crackling, and some energy opens up, and a view of like this like thorny, nettled, like tangled like mess of a forest shows up,
What?
and it's kind of swampy.
That's where you want to go.
And Quilindra beams and says, like, this is it. This is the Tanglebriar. From
you
the
look awfully
gate,
proud
it's
of this
only
place.
well,
I
I
know she's
mean,
probably proud of
we're
getting
one
access
step
to
closer
it, though.
to like ensuring that the Winter Council meets its just downfall.
Raxi rolls her eyes.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, let's get this done with.
Okay, you guys go through the gate.
Yep,
I
I
feel
don't
like
have a
this
whole...
is a terrible idea with the resources we have left, but yeah.
I'm actually not doing too bad. I still got 2 level 5 spells, 2 level 4 level 4 spells. I'm out of level 3 spells, but I can always cast those with a higher level slot, so that's not a big deal. So, I mean, I'm doing okay.
I burnt a bunch of spells.
Yeah.
I still have some spells. If people
I didn't use a whole
if
lot,
people
though,
die,
except
I
against
can
you
still bring
guys.
them back to life. I have no 6th level spells left. I have 1/5. Actually, I do have a single 6th level spell left. I have a few spells. I have some spells that might be able to help us through some things, but we'll see.
I thought about suggesting we go back to Riddleport before we went through the portal, too, but I don't know. But on the other hand, we can teleport to Riddleport from Tanglebriar as well if we needed to, most likely. Unless there's like
That's
another...
probably true too.
Yeah. So...
We go through the portal.
Oh, actually, I only have 1 level 5
Alright.
spell left. I forgot I need to use 2 teleports. I forgot to check one of them off. So I have 1 teleport left.
You
Or I
guys
could-
go through the portal, and you guys are standing on a stone arch, sitting on a small sliver of ground amid a stinking, seething bog of tainted water. You are deep within the forest known as the Tanglebriar, and the gate is covered with like clinging moss, and the ground around it is thick with diseased and foul-smelling mushrooms. The gate itself looks remarkably well preserved.
Like under the moss.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the Winter Council are keeping it that way.
However,
Probably
your
leads other
presence
places
does
not
not go
Banshee Land.
unknown.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
You guys hear this like splashing through the shallow waters, and you see that these creatures stand up in the distance, and their legs are long because they're spidery in appearance, and they actually look like creatures you've seen before.
Are they
Time to use that
triders?
Outsider Bane thing.
Do you remember the whatchamacallit? Remember that spider thing that you guys fought at the end of book 4?
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, okay.
It looks like that. However, these things
have like spores growing like out of it, and like they're covered in like mushrooms and stuff, and they look like very much diseased.
Of course.
And they begin shambling towards you.
No thanks. Well, at least Nataka can throw bombs
And
at
it
these
doesn't
things.
seem like the swampy, boggy area really hinders their motion, although they don't move as fast as the other one was moving before. But yep,
And that's where we're gonna
these things show
go
up,
right
and
into
I guess
combat
that's where we're gonna
next session.
end.
Yeah, I don't suppose you took dismissal again today.
I made sure we didn't take any damage from.
Yeah, it's all good. I think we'll be.
The
I think we'll probably be
Banshee.
okay, especially with the like Safa has a new toy that will work against these things. So.
Oh, we'll tell
Yeah.
her that, because she don't know.
Oh yeah, well, I mean that's probably gonna be the first thing we do. We'll be like Safa, use the demon sword. What was
I
the
actually
demon sword?
do have.
Was it a
I
was it a
don't-
+2 Bane, or did you say it was a +3 Bane?
It's a +2 Bane.
+2
But-
Bane, okay, but it'll work as a +4.
I do have a line weapon today.
Oh, that's good too.
I don't have like spells that are super good against these things because I was mostly scum-specking a Banshee because
Yeah.
Banshees are fucking scary.
They are.
I had no idea you could interrupt their wail.
Can I one-hand a bastard
A bastard sword?
If you have
You do if you take
martial or
exotic.
If you
exotic.
have exotic weapon proficiency for it.
Otherwise, if you have only martial, you can only do you have to two-hand it in that case.
Oh, gotcha. So I should just activate exotic weapon and do it that way.
Yeah,
Probably,
pretty much.
because then you can two-hand it anyway with exotic. Exotic is
Yeah.
the better way to do it.
Okay. Well, that was fun.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I have experience to give out.
Cool.
It's not as much as last time, but
Meh.
it's still a decent little chunk.
Yeah. Session 51.
Everybody gets 8,800 experience. How close are you guys to level?
9,000 about, just shy of 9,000
About
more.
9,000.
A
Yeah.
Okay, well then you
probably.
guys are
Yeah.
gonna level after next session.
Wait,
Actually,
I
you guys are
have
probably gonna level
just
mid-session.
under 9,000. I have 8,000.
I have 8,950 more to go is what I have.
Yeah,
listed.
yeah, 8,950.
8,950.
That's what I was saying, just under 9,000 more to go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, technically I think you guys will level mid-session next time.
Yeah.
You got experience from the Banshee, you got experience from 2 haunts.
Nice.
Yep.
Wait, we get ability points next level. That's
At 12th, yes.
Next level up,
Next
yeah.
level,
I don't think that ability
And I
point does
believe
anything for
Araxi
me.
gets... Do you get next tier spells?
I do, I get level 6 spells.
Oh, my Brawler Strike gets alignments next level.
It's pretty good.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was already trying to look at like what I think I might take that what was it, like ice teleport or something weird like that, like it encases them in
I can martial
ice. They have to make a
flexibility
will
and
save,
immediate actions too. That means I
and if
can
they
do,
fail the
like,
will save, they get paralyzed by ice, and then it
Incredible
teleports them
shit.
away like 3 rounds later. And yeah, if you're in like a 1v1 fight, you can basically just straight up win a fight. It's like a save or lose the fight basically, because especially if they don't have their own way of teleporting, because they can just be like, I teleport you to Magnamar, like go have fun.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Next level's great for me.
I think I have to choose. I think it like. I mean, I wonder if I theoretically
That's
just be
good.
like, I teleport you under the ocean.
Because this book wanted you guys to be level 12 at the start of this, so you guys are doing fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we're doing.
Well, I feel like we-
fine. Yeah.
I felt like we handled the Banshee fight really well, so I'm kind of. It felt good to be
It could've been a lot
rewarded
worse.
for that. Yeah,
We're
it
not
did
the
feel
murder
good that
hoboing,
our prep
like, we
paid
have
off.
all the damage spells kind of group.
Oh
The
no,
haunts
this
We
weren't
just have
super
somebody who
dangerous
punches
on their
things.
own.
Oh yeah, it was
The,
just if like it happened during the Banshee.
Well, if you tried to, if you went into that room during the Banshee fight, it would have been bad because you could have possibly been out charisma'd.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But the haunt that triggers if noise starts to happen within the fortress is mostly there to try and like mess you guys up while fighting the Banshee. But you did a pretty significant amount of damage to it fairly quickly. The force swords that you had did a lot of damage to it.
Yeah.
Because that thing has like
Oh, yeah.
170 something HP.
That reminds me, actually, I was thinking about it later. I was like, actually, we kind of just glossed over it, but I imagine, like, when she went back, like, she teleported back home, right? And she probably went and found, like, you know, a vendor there that she bought the scroll from. They're like, oh, actually, I haven't seen you in, like, months. Where the hell have you been? Like, no time to talk. Just give me the scroll.
Perhaps.
But it's like thinking about it, I was like,
but,
it actually could have been a funny interaction we kind of just glossed over.
So yeah, you guys did pretty well during that fight. My in-person group struggled with the Banshee because they were there were three PCs that were higher level than you, but there were three PCs. They had Quilindra with them, and I think like she had some bad performance checks that didn't help them, so they were relying on their saves for like 1 or 2 rounds, and nothing bad happened like at the beginning except for like they were trying to get used to her damage from her touch because like the Banshee
They didn't
touch
death
does an
ward everyone.
absurd amount of damage.
Yeah.
Doesn't it also fear you or something?
It can.
Hmm.
Yeah.
If you take damage, well, first of all, the damage from a Banshee touch is 14d6 negative energy.
Holy shit, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ghost that we fought back in book 2 had a really absurdly high damage too, if you remember, for negative
Yeah,
energy.
because it goes off of their hit die.
Yeah.
Oh,
But the
right.
Banshee one doesn't quite go off the hit die. If it did, it'd do more damage. Banshees have very, very high hit die. They're like 19 or
Oh,
something.
now I remember what it was. I was trying to think. I felt like the same thing happened to Safa, but it wasn't. It was to Asha.
Asha,
The ghost.
yeah, Asha
The ghost
healed
did the
off of
exact
that
same thing to.
And then it pulled out her con.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I remember that now. That's what it was. Because Asha had the same sort of thing going. Just yeah, we scum spec
Yeah,
this encounter back in book 1.
They had problems dealing with the negative energy damage, but it didn't kill any of them. But after like it had kind of done that to weaken them, and they were beginning to do damage to it. It started the whale, and I think they all saved to start off, but trying to interrupt it is what killed one of them. I think it was like their cleric. He had like backed off to get away from it, and then he went back in because he's like a half melee cleric, half caster, and his
Right.
attack managed to disrupt it, but he died in the process.
So he was a normal cleric, is what you're saying, unlike Valeria.
He just didn't death ward himself
Yeah.
because
Well, I
they
mean, like
went
most-
right from like escaping the whatchamacallit, the Paradise Chamber to that.
Oh, like they weren't being as
Oh, yeah.
cautious as we were.
So they
knew about
it.
the Banshee, but they just didn't.
Do anything about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Pluto and Mantis, I don't know. They both seem to have this like, oh my god, things are scary like mentality. I don't, but unfortunately, they're the magic
Banshees
casters
are.
in the group, so I kind of have to like go at their pace. But yeah.
Banshees are terrifying. I think we were right to be like
Oh sure, Safa
As
probably would
cautious
have
as we
died
were.
if you guys let her have her way. Like, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's the thing. Safa's uniquely positioned to actually be like pretty well off against her.
Well, yeah, but
Oh
I've still
yeah.
got to save.
Oh, so yeah, banshees have blind sight. They effectively have blind sight because they have an extraordinary sense called hear heartbeat. So they can sense the heartbeats of all living
Yeah.
creatures within 60 feet of them.
So that's why displacement didn't work.
Yep. And if a banshee manages to
Mirror
touch
image wouldn't work
somebody
either.
and damage them, the target has a possibility of failing a will save, and that means they cower in fear. Which is particularly bad because unlike normal frightened, you don't move. You just stay cowering in fear wherever you are for
Yeah.
1d3 rounds.
Yeah.
And if you're protected against fear by some effect, like Hero's Feast or Mind Blank, the touch attempts to dispel that effect with greater dispel magic.
Oh boy.
The more I hear, the more it sounds awful to
So yeah,
fight.
banshees are bad news.
Yeah, this is the sort of
That-
fight that would TPK us if we walked into it without, like, that could at least TPK us if we walked into it without, like,
Well,
being ready for it.
they give you Quilindra, which is a decent defense against the main
Yeah,
wiping
yeah.
ability.
Yeah,
I didn't-
and they tell you about
I
it.
had no idea how useful Kalindra would or wouldn't be against the Banshee.
What's the CR of a Banshee anyway, out of curiosity?
I think it's
13. So we were punching
really
up.
it's 13. I thought it was.
We were punching up a few
14.
levels then, but I think the fact that
That's 13.
yeah, like that's probably why they give you all that like ample warning, and also having Kalindra like probably it helps even that out. I mean, theoretically, you could walk in here without Kalindra, like she fails to get out of the prison.
Well, if you just
so
don't
you're-
take her with you, or you
Or
get
if
rid
you
of her
just
for,
hit the
for whatever
map.
other-
yeah, you're just like, give us the map. We don't trust you.
You could steal all her stuff and yeah, like not
Yeah.
take her with.
If you had like a party of true murder hobos, as soon as you meet her in the prison, you like, this is your fault, and you just like kill her and take all of her stuff. Like, now what?
Ah, spoke. Kill it.
I actually think I was thinking of suggesting that she stay back so that she doesn't die. Because
Oh, I'm glad we didn't do that.
Huh?
Said I'm glad we didn't do that because her counter song was really helpful.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
guys
think
know
it saved like one or two of you.
if any of my characters die,
I-
you're getting a paladin, right?
I'm cool with that.
That would be.
Does the Banshee's damage do damage at the beginning or at the end of her?
It does
'cause she
damage
kept
when
singing.
she starts it, and if anybody ends their turn within the whale.
Oh,
It
So
does it
basically,
twice?
once she starts,
yeah.
well, not twice. It's the rule is that when she begins the effect, it happens. You forces a save. If you end your turn within the area of the whale, you have to make a save. So, let's say that we're just doing normal rounds and she starts wailing. That's one save. Then it comes your turn. You have a standard action to do something, and then with a move action, you could move away from it and not have to save. So you could limit it to once.
Yeah, you could just move away.
But if you're gonna stay in there and fight her, it's gonna force another save, which is why it's really deadly if you don't manage to do enough damage. to interrupt
Theoretically, it
the
might have
effect.
been smart for me to. Well, I don't think it actually. We interrupted it with Safa interrupted it before it even got to my turn, so I didn't have to make a decision
Yeah.
on that. But it would have maybe been smart on my turn just to get the hell away from her, because I wasn't going to do anything, and then maybe shoot a magic.
That's
missile
what
at her
my
or something.
party did, is like
Yeah.
after the initial whale, most of them backed off from it, and then like one went in to go and like interrupt her, and it wasn't the whale that killed him. It was just the negative energy from her touch. Like it hits upwards
Oh,
of
yeah.
like 40 something points of damage.
Yeah.
It was doing that to us too. Well, it would have been.
Yeah.
This next fight coming up looks like it's going to be could potentially be kind of scary too, but I don't think it's going to be as tough as the Banshee. It could, maybe.
Oh,
I
but
don't
what was
know.
great about after the Banshee fight, they had to raise the cleric and they had no. The party was a rogue wizard that was prestiged into arcane trickster, and then it was an elf fighter, and then Quilindra. So they had no way of resurrecting the cleric, except with Drew's character, Secret, decided to use Ray's animate dead on the cleric, so at least he could walk around until they could get him somewhere.
We were just talking about that yesterday. I was like, yeah, you can play as an undead character if somebody did that to you.
So he just made like a
Well, not with
zombie
anime
version of
dead.
him, though. Well, I mean, it makes you don't get your class features, but you know, you could probably let the player play as their zombie.
Yeah,
even though
that's
their
true.
zombie's super weak.
Fuck
Like
yeah.
here, you get to be a
Until
super
the
weak zombie. Have
dies,
fun.
And then you make your new character.
Well, well, I mean, if you're planning to res the character, that gives them something to do. If you end up
That's
running into a
true.
combat before you get a chance to do it, just be like, here,
Well, that
play
was
the zombie.
plan, but because the cleric was a cleric of a good deity and this was an
Ooh.
evil act, I had them roll like a fate die or something,
Mm-hmm.
and the raise effect came up as a critical failure.
Mm.
And what happened was that I, like GM, story told it as you attempt to raise him, but the horribleness of coming back as an undead abomination enrages him, and they had to
And he
fight the cleric.
refuses to come back. So you had to make a new character then, after that?
Actually, it worked out because I was able to bring him back with like everybody gets one as a different race. I made him a Samsaran. He started out as a sylph, and then I gave him Samsaran as like his new race for like being reborn,
Mm-hmm.
and that was just the character.
Yeah, Samsarans are kind of a neat race, actually.
So he remembered stuff about his past life, but he was a different person now.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was funny that like Drew had the idea of like, I'm just gonna raise him as an undead so that at least he can walk around and carry his stuff.
Yeah, because we don't want to carry this
We
body
don't wanna
around.
play it, right.
Yeah.
Valyria
Yeah, like, if you guys-
could do that to Asha, but she's not.
No, I
But
don't.
yeah, like creating undead out of somebody is an evil act, and you wouldn't do that unless
Yeah,
you
I
wanted to sacrifice your cleric class.
No.
It's worth it for zombie Asha.
There is still such a thing as doing evil things with good intention,
Oh yeah, I understand.
but it's still questionable.
You usually end up having to like find some way to go atone afterwards too, but
Yeah. But it makes atonement easier.
I said she could, but I
Yeah.
didn't say she would. She wouldn't do that. She's on a quest to bring her back. She doesn't need any help. We have
yeah,
a bag
anyway,
of holding to take her around.
Next Friday is the 22nd. I think some of you guys said you're going to be gone for sure, right?
I'm not sure. I know I'll be here, but
I think I'm going to be. I'm not doing anything until the 25th.
right. I'm not doing anything until.
I think I
like,
might be here.
I'm not doing anything until
Well,
like at least Christmas
Let's
Eve,
ask
I think.
Derek, and if by some miracle he's able to show up.
I'll send him a text message and see if he's up yet. He might be on his way to work or something right now. I don't know.
Okay.